And good evening, one. Good evening, all. Welcome back. We are live and exclusive here to Twitch.tv. I am your host, Swishbone, for the remainder of the evening. The chat box is over in that direction as we are back trailing from zero one more time. And well, we've been a little busy at the end of the last stream. We managed to get another one of the quests done. So hopefully now we'll be able to pick things up with the squad. So let's get back to base, see if there's any more quests we need to report. And then from there, we'll see if we can get things moving. Oh. Yeah. What's that? A message, perhaps. There's a note stuck to the bulletin board. I've got some errands to run. Wrap up the case however you see fit. Sergey. Yeah, I guess he had stepped out. He wants to bet that he ran away because the case seemed like a pain in the ass. We cannot rule out that possibility. Well, at the very least, we've been given permission to solve this case however we like. So with that in mind, what's our next step? Should we review what we know? Yeah, definitely. So to start a meeting, you inspect the exclamation mark at the table. Well, I want to see if there's any more things to report first before we do that. So they're all reported. In fact, it looks like no, because we've not got any to report, I don't think. Yeah, I was right. We've already reported them. Cool, so that's all absolutely fine. I mean, well, good evening, Avian. Just seen you there saying you've made it. Happy Friday indeed. Apologies to everyone for the time I've been away. It's been far too hot over here. But it's started to slightly cool down, so I'm going to see if I can soldier on for today, and we'll see how we go. So it's time for us to have our emergency meeting and decide how we're going to carry on the case. Let's get this meeting started then. First off, we should review all our info that's relevant to the case. I've actually got the police deductive board. The incident took place around midnight, 5 days ago. Members of both the Saber Vipers and Testaments were each ambushed by unknown assailants. However, the attacks occurred at two different locations in the city's downtown district. Here and here. The Testament's man was attacked in the alleyway to the west. Yeah, the Saber Viper got messed up in front of Ignis, which is towards the east. In other words, the attacks happened at opposite ends of the area. Exactly. By spacing them this far apart, they prevented each group member from immediately learning about the attack on the other. So, consequently, each group came to the conclusion that they were attacked by the other, which is what we confirmed today. Yeah. The only answer that makes sense is that this is where a third party was involved. Yeah, objection! Yes, get Phoenix Wright involved, see all the weird conclusions he comes up with in his cases. If you want to know more about that, of course, go check out youtube.com/@Queen3210, where she's got playthroughs of the first two games. Complete with voice acting, which is awesome. Do go check them out. Unless both groups rehearse their accounts, chances of either group being responsible for attacking the other are pretty slim. Agreed. Based on the evidence so far, it's safe to assume the attacks were the work of some third party.
そうね。少しずつ可能性を絞らないと前に進めないし。
All we can do now is consider all the possibilities and rule out the ones that don't seem feasible.
で、その第三者として上がってきた名前があるわけね。
But we already have an idea who that third party might be. Isn't that right, Lloyd?
あ
Yeah.
あ、ルバーチェ商会。クロスベルの裏社会を支配しているというマフィアだ。
They're the ones that control the Crossbell's criminal underbelly. The notorious mafia, Ravash and Co.
グレイスさんの情報によれば、半月ほど前、その構成員が旧市街で目撃されている。
According to the intel Grace shared with us, someone spotted mafioso snooping around the downtown districts a couple of weeks ago.
その情報自体の真意を確かめている時間はないけど、
Unfortunately, we don't have the time to verify the credibility of
ま
that.
ずはルバーチが2件の傷害事件を起こしたという過程で話を進めてみよう。
But for now, let's continue to review with the assumption that Ravash was responsible for both attacks.
そうなると、
Well, that just brings us to the next question.
やはり問題は動機ですか。
What was their motive?
があ、それが問題だ。
Exactly. Figuring out the answer to that is crucial.
逆に言えば、それが明らかにならない限り、推理は振り出しに戻りかねない。
If we can't figure out their motive, we're all the way back to square one.
動機ね。
Yeah. Motive, huh?
利害の絡みそうにないマフィアと2組の不良集団。
There's hardly any conflicts of interest between the mafia and the two gangs. Well, not necessarily, Randy, because they all own turf. If you want to take control of a criminal underbelly, you take out your rivals. Bit of a simple reason, I agree, but it's there. And as you say, Avian, yes, to start a gang war. Start a gang war, let them take each other out, swoop in and pick up the scraps. The kind of thing we've seen in many gangster movies and stories since the 1800s, probably.
それら3つの点を結ぶ線があるはず。
There must be some line that connects these three dots together.
ねえロイド、見当はついているのでしょ。
I imagine you have some idea what that is, don't you, Lloyd?
まだ確信があるわけじゃないけど、
Well, I can't say with absolute certainty, of
3
course.
つの点を結ぶ線。考えられるとしたら、
But I think there's at least one thing that might connect these three factors. Oh. It's been a while since I played, so I'm trying to think what these could be. I actually don't think it's either. I'm not sure which one of these it is. It's not Wazy because he was the lead. I'm going to say with the presence of Hey You.
可能性があるとすれば、現実的なのはヘイユエだろう。
Pure guess, because I've not played this for weeks, so don't remember. Fail 101. Always recap your story before going live. The only realistic possibility that comes to mind is Hey You.
あのヒゲ先生が教えてくれた情報か。
All right. Our grizzly friend mentioned them, didn't he?
確かに可能性としては一番ありそうな気がするけど。
That feels definitely like the most likely possibility for now.
でもそうだとしたらどんな線になるのかしら。
In that case, though, what about Hey You connects these three?
点同士が線で結ばれるのは何らかの必然性。
In order for them to be connected, there must be some necessity.
となると、兵ゆえ絡みでマフィアが2組の不良集団を襲う必然性があるわけですか。
For example, was it this connection with Hey You that made the attacks against the two gangs unavoidable?
そうか。これなら説明がつくぞ。
Yeah. Yeah, that would explain everything.
なんかひらめいたか。
What you thinking?
必然性の話だよ。
Well, about that necessity Tio
ヘ
mentioned.
イユエのクロスベル進出を受けて、ルバーチ側がすることといえばなんだ。
What do you think Ravash would do if they found out Heyu was trying to establish a foothold in
そ
Crossbell?
れは単純に考えれば戦力増強だろう。
Well, I imagine they'd want to build up their forces pronto.
兵隊の増強と武装の強化、 どちらも欲しいところだよな。
Recruit more people and upgrade their weaponry, you know?
マフィアなら武装の強化は密貿易で確保できるだろう。
Ravash should have no problems getting new weapons, given their known smuggling
だ
operations.
が戦闘員の方はどうだ？
But how did it go about recruiting people?
そいつは
Oh, good question.
普通に考えたら両兵団を雇うところでしょうけど。
And normally you'd hire Jaegers.
ダメね。クロスベルはいろいろな意味で周辺諸国から注目されすぎている。
But that's unlikely in Crossbell's case, given the scrutiny the neighboring countries put on us.
And considering one of those countries is Laboul, and the Laboul royalty and the Bracer Guild did everything they could to stamp out the Jaegers, you're not going to want to summon them around here with ease. It'll be very, very costly and very dangerous.
不戦条約の手前もあるし、両兵団を勝手に動かしたりしたら帝国と共和国が黙っていないわ。
So long as the non-aggression pact stands, Erebonier and Kalvar would never overlook unauthorized Jaegers entering the state.
Yeah, did not even mention Laboul, but they say that's at least 3 nations that will be all over your backside if you started to bring Jaegers into the equation. So, it's unlikely, not impossible, but it's unlikely.
それは両者の意を受ける政治家や議員たちにも同じこと。
The 2 Diet factions representing them would likely react the same way too. Oh, that's
ロ
it!
イドさん、もしかして。
Lloyd, could the Mafia be...
その兵隊候補として不良どもをってことかよ。
Recruiting the gang members.
ああ、血の気が多く、しかも統率されている若者たち。
Hot-blooded and more or less
こ
disciplined.
の町で運用できる戦力としてはまさにうってつけだろう。
I can't think of a more perfect pool of candidates to beef up the Mafia's presence in the
し
city.
かしどちらのグループにも目障りな存在がいるとしたら
But there are certain individuals in each gang preventing that, aren't there?
なるほど。
Right,
あのワジ君は間違ってもマフィアに協力しそうにないし、
I could never see Wacy cooperating with the
あ
Mafia.
のバルドさんもお山の大将でいたいタイプ。
And I doubt Wild would bow down to any kind of authority, even Ravash.
とてもマフィアの下で働きそうにはありませんね。
He's not the type of person who would allow others to boss him around.
そこでお互いを潰し合わせて弱体化したあたりを見計らって一気に取り込みにかかる。
So, how long ago did we call that avian? It's exactly as we said, caused a gang war and moppled the pieces. I know you guys are new to this, but come on. So Ravash realizes this and plots to weaken the 2 gangs, intending to swoop in later and bag the remaining members.
なるほど、そういう筋書きかよ。
Hell, that must be it. Absolutely have you way ahead of the script. All the way down the road that way.
あくまで可能性の一つだ。
To Professor Lloyd, it's not confirmed. Remember, this is still nothing more than a theory.
現時点である情報を一つずつ組み立てた場合のね。
All we've done is bring together the facts and try to make sense of them. Which is interesting, because if you ever watched the movie Hot Fuzz with Simon Pegg and Nicholas Frost, they at one point come up with this convoluted reason for why everyone's being killed. And it turns out to be wrong. And the main reason's so stupid, it's actually a brilliant piece of comedy. So if you've never checked out that film, it's worth checking, where you think, I'm miles ahead of the script, I know exactly what's happening and why it's happening, and then the movie goes, no you don't. So the game may yet pull that trick on us, people. We're not over the finish line yet.
またまた謙遜するなっての。
Yeah, look at you being all modest.
私もかなり的を射ていると思うわ。
I think your analysis of the situation isn't too far off from the truth, Lloyd.
推理にも無理がないし、状況的な説得力もあるもの。
Your reasoning was sound and
伊
logical.
達に捜査官の資格を持ってはいませんね。
Clearly, your detective certifications were well earned.
ありがとう。
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
それでさ、
So
こ
everyone,
の推理、あの二人にも伝えた方がいいと思わないか？
our next move should be to explain our theory to those two, don't you think?
あの二人って。
Those two?
おい、 まさか
Hey, you don't mean...
そう
I sure
バル
do.
ト・バレスにワジヘミスフィア
Well, Vales and Wazy Hemisphere. Wazy Hemisphere? Have they literally just like taken like two random words like hazy hemisphere and changed one of the letters? Is that what they've done to create the names? I hope I'm wrong on that because that's the laziest thing I've ever seen.
サーベル・バイパーとテスタメンツのヘッドたちさ
Leaders of the Saber Vipers and the Testaments. Ooh, we actually have a title logo there. Ah, and Darkness Falls.
駅前通りの外れにある資材置き場だったが
Station Street, near where the construction materials are stored.
しかし通信で呼び出したかと思えばこんな夜中に一人で来いとはな
Asking me to come alone in the middle of the damn night.
警察のガキどもが
Who do these police brats think they're dealing with? Is that?
多分共和国方面の最終列車ってところじゃない
The last train bound for Calvard. Yes, I believe it was.
I had a feeling it'd be you.
マジ
Wheezy.
やあこんばんはバルド
Good evening,
な
Wald.
かなかいい夜だね月が濡れたように輝いているよ
What a beautiful night to bathe in the mystic moonlight. Wouldn't you agree?
てめえ
Yeah, this is rich.
そうかそういうことだったのか
He pretended to be one of those pipsqueaks to catch me off guard.
警察のガキどもを語って俺をはめたってことかよ
You must think you're so damn clever.
そういうことなら話は早え
Fine. Bring it on, pretty boy.
怠慢なら望むところだここでケリをつけてやろう
If you're looking for a fight, I'm more than happy to give you one. Let's end this.
僕としてはそれでも依存はないけれど
I mean, it is the weekend somewhere, people.
Yeah, you know I'm always up for a bit of late night
あい
wrestling.
にく僕も君と同じくこの場に招待されたゲストでね
But alas, I am but a mere guest at this rendezvous.
何
The hell does that mean?
ほら来たみたいだよ
You'll see soon. They just arrived.
てめえら
Gosh, you punks.
すまない二人とも待たせてしまったみたいだな
Sorry to keep you waiting, guys.
お招きに預かり光栄至極
Oh no. It's a pleasure to be here.
約束通りさぞ面白い話を聞かせてくれるんだろうね
So, what's this fun anecdote you promised to share with
面
us?
白いかどうかはともかく興味深い話ではあると思う
Well, I don't know if fun is the right word exactly,
早速聞いてくれるか
but I'm sure you'll both find it interesting at least.
ちょっと待ちやがれ
Hold the phone.
面白い話だ一体何を言ってやがる
Anecdotes? Fun? What the hell are you two going on about?
バカだな君は
Oh, Wald, you're such a simpleton.
What did...
5日前の夜旧市街で起こった2件の傷害事件
Surely you remember the incidents that occurred 5 nights
その
ago.
真犯人の目星がついたって話に決まってるじゃないか
They're here to tell us who they believe the culprit was, obviously.
The culprit? What do you mean?
驚いた
Impressive deduction, Wazy.
あなたの方も疑っていたようですね
I assume you already had your own suspicions.
まあ僕も最初はメンバーの勝手な暴走かと思ってたんだけど
Well, at first I wondered if one of my members had acted out of line, perhaps.
よくよく状況を整理してみると どう考えても不自然じゃないか。
But as I started to sort things out, I realized that something was off about the whole situation.
バイパー側にしてもそれは同じ。
That goes for the Saber Vapor side too.
まあ僕の推理はそこで止まっちゃってるけどね。
Sadly, that's as far as my deductions could take me.
そうか。だったら話は早そうだ。
I see. That'll make things easy to explain at least.
バルド・バレス、
Wild Wilds.
いろいろと不審なことはあるかもしれないけど、
I know there are still some gaps in our theory.
まずは一旦こちらの話を最後まで聞いてくれないか。
But would you listen to what we found so far? Fine.
手短に話せ。
Keep it short.
もしくだらねえ話だったらその頭をかち割ってやるからな。
Waste a minute of my time and I'll bash that baby face of yours in.
これが現時点での情報を組み立ててみた推理だ。
And that's what we come to with the information on hand.
率直な感想を聞かせてほしい。
I'd like to hear each of your thoughts on it.
やれやれ、参ったね。
My, that one expected.
まさかマフィアなんかにそこまでコケにされてたとは。
To think that we played right into the mafia's hands.
それじゃあ
Does that mean
今の話納得してくれたのかしら。
You agree with Lloyd's theory?
納得も何も。
But of course.
前にルバーチェの使いが僕たちのところに来てるからね。
After all, Rivage sent some of their agents to visit us already.
いい目を見させてやるからうちの下で働かないかってね。
They asked us to work for them, promising us the moon and stars for our
も
service.
ちろん鼻で笑って追い返してやったけどさ。
Needless to say, I immediately turned them down and sent them on their merry way.
because again, Wazy wants to work on his own. He doesn't want to be an underling to the mafia. And who can blame him? Would you want to work for a criminal organisation? I sure as hell wouldn't.
そうだったのか。
Huh. Interesting.
決まりだな。
That settles the things of one of them.
バルド、君のところはどうだい？
So, Wild,
やっぱりマフィアの勧誘があったんじゃないの？
I assume the Mafia paid you a social call as well.
ああ、一月くらい前にな。
Yeah, about a month ago.
あまりに舐めた話だったから脅しつけて叩き出してやったが。
They were acting all high and mighty, so I decided to show them what real strength looked like. Send them packing real fast.
まさかここまで舐めた真似をしてくれるとはな。
Can't believe they had the balls to pull a fast one on me like this.
ラジてめえとの決着は延期だ。
Where's he? I'm postponing our
マ
duel.
フィアだろうと関係ねえ。まとめて叩き潰してやら。
First, I gotta warm up by crushing the smug mugs of those mobsters.
ちょっと
Wait, you
沸
can't.
点低すぎです。
Such a short temper.
落ち着いてくれ。下手にそんなことをしたら。
Calm down, Walt. That's some reckless that would just lead
ほ
to.
んとバカだな。
Last time was merely a jest, but you really are a simpleton.
何？
Say that
マ
again.
フィア相手に喧嘩して勝ち目があるわけないだろ。
You know perfectly well that you don't stand a chance against the Mafia on your own.
下手に乗り込んだところで蜂の巣にされるのがオチだろうね。
Just imagine it. The leader of the Saber Vipers, Wild Whales, waltzing into the Mafia's sights like a pig to the slaughter. You won't stand a chance.
それやってみなきゃ。
Shut it! We don't know what will happen till we
あ
try.
のね、君はいいとしても
Maybe you could
君
survive.
の可愛い射程たちまでそれに巻き込むつもりかい？
What about your poor little Vipers? Can they catch bullets with their teeth?
ならてめえはどうなんだ。
What do you propose we do then, you bony wise ass?
ここまでコケにされて仲間をやられたままでおめやめと引き下がれんのか。
You really just expect me to sit here and swallow the shame of our men hurt like that? Huh?
そんなわけないだろう。
Huh. Of course I don't.
今回の件関わってるのはマフィアでもごく一部のはずだ。
I believe that only a small part of the mafia was actually involved in this little scheme.
ならそいつらにのみ落とし前をつけさせればいい。
As such, there's no need to take the whole organization on. Just a handful of them who have it coming.
報復もできないくらいきっちりと筋を通した上でね。
Now, just the way to get our revenge and ensure they never show their faces in the downtown district ever
バ
again.
ルド、君にも協力してもらうよ。
I require your help, though, Walt.
You need my help?
ちょっと待ってくれ。
Hold on, you two.
何をするつもりだ。あんまり不穏なことは。
What are you planning? If you do anything to break the law,
ああ、心配しなくても君たちにも手伝ってもらうから。
oh, relax. If anything illegal happens, you'll be right there to stop it. After all, you're helping too.
No. I work for the police department. I don't work for you. We haven't negotiated my fee for mercenary work. We're not the Bracer Guild. You can't just hire us like that. That's not how it works. We're the fuzz in this game. We have to follow the rules of the law.
No.
We're doing what now?
君たちの任務は旧市街での事件を解決すること。
Isn't it your responsibility to resolve the conflict brewing in the downtown district?
だったらマフィアが今後僕たちに余計な手出しをしないよう言い含めてやる必要がある。
I'd claim that makes it your obligation to gently persuade the mafia into leaving all of us down there alone for good.
どう？違うかい？
Do correct me if I'm wrong, Lloyd.
それは。
Well,
どういうこと？
what exactly is Wazy talking about?
よくわかりませんが。
I did not quite understand either.
なんかロイドのやつ取って食われそうだな。
Looks to me like he's about to sink his fangs into poor Lloyd.
あんな面白い推理をわざわざ披露してくれたんだ。
Remember, it was you who bothered to call us out here to share your grand theory.
責任を取って最後まで付き合ってもらうよ。
Isn't it only natural to see this case through?
3日が過ぎた。
3 days passed since then.
一触即発だった不良たちの争いは、それから一度も起こることはなく、
The confrontation between the rival gangs died down, fortunately.
旧市街は不自然なほど平穏な雰囲気を取り戻していた。
The downtown district was enveloped in an atmosphere so tranquil, it bordered on eerie.
そして、
Then, it's a very brown town, this, isn't it? Ah, check them out. You know the criminals, they're wearing sunglasses at
静
night.
かなもんだな。
Huh. It's way too quiet around here.
あそこまで仕込んだのにどうして潰し合いが始まらない？
We went through all that effort and those dumbasses still haven't torn each other apart.
最後の一押しが足りんだけさ。
Don't you worry. Those guys are doused in gasoline at this
導
point.
火線に火がつけば
One
勝手に潰
small
し合いが始まる
spark
だろう。
and everything will be up in flames. Those morons won't even know what hit them.
バイパーとテスタメンツどっちのガキでも
Yeah, all we gotta do is find another underling or two and beat the crap out of
目
them.
についたやつをやるぞ。
Blue or red, don't matter. As soon as you see one, kick his ass.
くれぐれも姿を見られるなよ。
And for your own sake, you better not get caught.
バイパーならスリングショット、テスタメンツなら背後から一撃だ。
Use a slingshot for a Saber Viper. And just bash one of those Testaments guys from behind. Got it.
狩りの始まりだ。
Let the hunt begin, boys. That's one of us hidden as the Testaments. They're not real Testaments. Deliberately walking where they can be seen.
サギを一匹と。
One tiny blue bunny down.
あっさりかかってくれたな。
What a dumbass. Fell right into our
時
trap.
間はない。とっとと痛めつけるぞ。
We don't got time to waste. Rough him up, boys.
ただし、殺さない程度にな。
Just be sure you don't kill him.
悪く思うなよ。
This is just business. No hard feelings, okay?
させるか。
Think again. What? What the hell?
まったく
Man, honestly, I'm a little
ま
shocked.
さかここまで見事に引っかかってくれるとはね
I really didn't think you'd fall into our trap so easily.
こいつ
Who the hell is this guy?
現行犯逮捕と行きたいところだけ
To tell you the truth, I haven't found McCuffin you and taking you down in the precincts
ど
already.
微妙におとり捜索最初今回は勘弁するしかないか
But I'm not sure the force will find just this one sting operation sufficient evidence to hold you. So I'll have to let you go this time.
まさか
Oh crap! Don't tell me this guy's
警
with.
察の人間か。
He's a cop?
彼はあくまで助っ人さ。
Not to worry, boys. He's just a special helper.
おおおお本当に引っかかるとはな。
Dude, are you serious? How the hell did they fall for
な
this?
かなかの弓ですね。
My prediction was impeccable.
ロイド、大丈夫？
Are you alright, Lloyd?
なあ無傷だよ
Yeah, I'm fine.
念のため防護クッションを頭巾に仕込んでおいて助かった
Putting that shock absorbing powder in my hood was definitely a good call, though. Damn it!
まさか俺たちの存在を嗅ぎつけられていたとは。
They were onto us. Since when?
どうするお兄さんたち。
Well then, gentlemen, that raises the question. What will be your next
こ
move?
の場で投降するなら多めに見てもいいけど。
Surrender peacefully now, and it may be merciful towards your
それ
misdeeds.
とも今度はあんたたちが駆られてみる
Or if you'd prefer, we can do the hunting this time. That may prove entertaining.
Damn!
手に分かれるぞ。
Quick, split up!
待て
Hey, hold on!
二人ついてきて。
Two of you, come with me.
Wazy?
おい
Hey, hold on a second! Oh, crap!
ロイド、どうするの？
What should we do, Lloyd?
エリー頼む
Kill me,
ラ
Ellie.
ンジとチオはもう一組を追ってくれ
Randy, Tio, I'll leave the other group to
分
you.
かったわ。
Understood.
天承知の助だ。
You got it. Pretty cool music playing actually now.
くそ。まさか腰抜けの警察が出張ってきてるとは。
Damn it! I can't believe those little brats in the police force are
こ
involved.
うなったら一旦戻って応援を。
I'll need to contact headquarters and request backup.
待て。
Hold on.
赤頭にでも知られちまったら。
But if the boss finds out we screwed up, he'll... Damn.
はい。とにかく俺たちだけでも先に。
Fine. Then we should at least...
どこに行くんだ
Where you punk asses think you're going?
な。
What?
いつの間に。
When did they get here?
罪ですね。
Checkmate.
あとはロイドたちの方だな。
Yeah, that was easy enough. The ball's in Lloyd's and Ellie's court now.
マヌケが。
Damn those morons!
仕方ない。抜け道を使うぞ。
Don't give them a choice. We'll have to go from the back. That's a nice vertical leap.
ご苦労様。
A valiant effort, with no dice.
いつの間に。
Where did you come from?
さあ、下だ。
Sit! Jump for it! Cornered.
ここまでだ
You got nowhere else to run now.
振り回してくれたわね。
That was quite the wild goose chase, wasn't it?
鬼ごっこは終わりだよ。
Sorry to disappoint, but our fun little game of cops and robbers has come to an end.
そろそろ観念したかい？
Surely you've realized your best option is to surrender, no?
ガキどもがいい気になりやがって。
Look at you cocky little brats. You think you're so damn smart.
俺たちプロを本気にさせたことを
Well, we're about to show you what happens when you force professionals to get serious.
せいぜい後悔させてやる
Better hope you live to regret it.
どうやら一戦交える必要がありそうだね。
Seems they want to fight after all. Well, I for one am happy to
君たち
oblige.
の援護期待してもいいのかな？
I can continue to count on your support, right, Lloyd?
そっちこそ足手まといになるなよ
Funnily enough, I almost said the same thing. Let's do this. They're coming.
負けられない
さてと
よしエニグマ駆動
Oh, I got access to his moves. Okay. He's got soul blow. He's also got physical attack as well. Let's see how strong he is. Not bad. Yeah, we'll just need to. We'll need to. Oh, nah, defense down. That could be awkward.
行くよ。
Let's set him. Let's try setting him afire.
エニグマ駆動
俺の番だな
That's quite powerful. This is one of those fights where we just got to try and take one down. If we can do that, we'll be able to sort things out, I think. Ah, he's got 2 attacks. That could come in handy. And do one more, so we can take him down.
行くぞ それ うまい
That gives us a boost to our HP.
エニグマ駆動
俺の番だな
聖なる女神の秘跡光となりて天より来たれオーラレイン
ありがとう
So that was helpful. It's not as helpful as I like, but it still did some good moves, which was useful. Out of range. Okay, fair enough.
僕の番か。僕の番か。
行くぞ それ
おいしい
よし
And now I'll use target charge.
タイガーチャージ
Hit him with an S-craft and that's paralysed him, so that's fantastic news. While he's paralysed for a few turns, let's just take advantage and eat stun fog as much as we can.
よし
We can East stun flug him.
任せて
さ さて
We might be able to do this without needing to use another move that's powerful.
私の番ねそこ
僕の番か
And Wazy gets the finishing blow.
出直してきなよ
67 experience, not that hot, but it's still decent. An S tablet and a tear bomb also attained.
ガキどもが
You damn kids!
さすがに手強かったな
I knew they weren't going to be pushovers, but that was tough.
使っていた銃も最新の軍用拳銃みたいね
One appeared to be using a military-grade firearm,
警
too.
告製みたいだけど
The newest model manufactured in Erebania, if I'm not mistaken.
密貿易で扱っている武器の一部ってところかな
I'm sure that's just one of the many kinds of weapons their group smuggles.
それにしても君の演技もなかなかだったね
By the way, Lloyd, I must say you played your part as bait to
あ
perfection.
の倒れ方どうに言ってたじゃない
The dramatic confrontation and fall. It looks so real. It had me on the edge of my seat.
あんな作戦を伝えられたら協力しないわけにいかないだろ
Well, you plan to give me much of a choice, did
う
it?
おとりなんて役目他の誰かにやらせるわけにもいかないしな
I wasn't about to let anybody else put themselves in harm's way.
それで危険なおとり役を買って出るんだもの
And so you volunteered to borrow a bait for
こっ
yourself.
ちは気が気じゃなかったわ
I was worried sick, you know.
ごめん
Sorry, Ellie.
そんなお人よしじゃこの先大変だと思うけどね
That soft-hearted nature of yours is sure to cause problems in the future.
まあそういうタイプは個人的には嫌いじゃないかな
Well, we all know who he ships himself with, don't we, people? Wow.
Although I don't necessarily find that part of you to be a turnoff.
え
Huh?
ともかくこれで落とし前をつけることができそうだ
Anyway, I was able to exact my revenge, and it was all thanks to your help.
君たちの協力に感謝するよ
Your cooperation has been much appreciated.
Meanwhile,
ガキどもが調子に乗りやがって
you cocky little. Where'd you get off acting like you've won?
やっちまったなガキども
Now you've done it, you sons of bitches.
俺たちルバーチェを本気で怒らせちまうとはな
From this day on, you've made an enemy of
警
Ravash.
察のガキどもも同じだ
Yeah, you damn rookies will rue the
こっちに
day.
は偉い議員先生もいるただで済むと思うね
All of the Diet members are on our payroll. Don't think you'll be able to get away scot-free.
こいつら
Is that what you think? What?
どうやらお仕置きが足りなかったみてえだな
Looks like you haven't taken your lesson to heart yet.
全員サンドバッグみたいに吊るして血だるまにしてもいいんだぜ
New plan. I'm gonna hang you dumbasses upside down like a bunch of punching bags, then beat the absolute piss out of you. Please.
さすがにそれは
Wait, Wald. That's going too
ま
far.
あまあここは僕たちに任せてよ
Not to worry. You can leave the rest to us.
バルドあまりやりすぎは良くない
Wild, try not to get too carried away,
こ
okay?
のお兄さんたちだってプロだ
These guys are professionals after all.
あまりメンツを潰しちゃったらなりふり構わなくなるんじゃない
They could bite back even stronger next time if you mess with them too much.
Ugh, whatever.
お兄さんたちだって表沙汰にはしたくないだろ
Yeah. How about this, boys? Why don't we keep this little friendly spat to
僕
ourselves?
たちガキども相手にプロがちょっかいかけた挙句に
I doubt pros like yourselves would want your bosses to find out you got your asses handed to you by a bunch of brats like us.
みっともなくて上には報告できないよね
Such a pathetic report wouldn't go over well, would it?
ふざけろその気になればいくらでも
Get bent, asshole. You better be 2 under if we were taking you seriously.
いやー、さすがにここが引き時じゃないかしら。
My, I'm no liar, but if you ask me, it's probably in your best interest to bow out now.
Yep, that's the reporter.
グレイスさん
Grace,
どうしてここに？
What are you doing here?
実はこの数日、君たちの動きに注目してたのよ。
I've been keeping my eyes peeled for my favorite new rookies these past few days.
そしたら予想通り、いろいろやらかしてくれるじゃない？
And much to my expectations, what an absolute feast of information you've given me.
いやー、なかなか面白い記事が書けそうだわ。
Oh boy, I'm dying to write up a riveting tale in my next article about this unlikely operation.
てめえ
Wait, why you?
死者ごときがルバーチェ相手に
You're just some bitch from the local rag. You think you could take revenge on, huh?
うちもいろいろあるから、名前は出せないと思うけどね。
Well, circumstances are more complicated than I care for, so I won't reveal your
で
names.
もこれ以上、みっともない真似をしたら、
However,
どうなるかわからないのよ。
if you bad boys are caught pulling another stunt like this, I can't make any promises.
いいだろう
Fine,
言
whatever.
ってやる
We'll be going now.
だがもし約束を破ったら
If you don't keep your word, lady.
はいはい、わかったわ。
Yeah, yeah. Stand it as you fret. I got
あ
it.
なたたちこそ、これで手打ちっていう約束は、ちゃんと守りなさいよね。
To be fair, though, you're the ones who should be worried about keeping your promises. Wouldn't want to be in the hot water, would we?
これ以上一線を越えたら、遊撃士が出張ってくるかもよ。
Cross the line again, and a little birdie told me you might find the braces on your tails. What?
the bracers.
実はこの件、アリオスさんが介入するつもりだったらしいの。
Just a little FYI, Arios was strongly considering taking over this case.
でも多忙だったらしいし、あなたたちが先に介入してたから。
Naturally, being as in demand as he is, he was totally up to his neck in requests. He figured he'd leave it in your guys' hands this time.
そんな
Is that true?
また手のひらの上ってか
Yeah, he's keeping tabs on us, eh?
みたいですね。
That appears to be the case.
バカバカしい
Oh, hell
ア
no!
リオス・マクレイン相手にこんなケチなことをやってられるか
As if we'd ever been moronic enough to make an enemy of Arios
こ
McLean.
れ以上この薄汚い場所に用はね
There's no point staying in this dump any
引
longer.
き上げるぞ
We're out of here.
やれやれ風の牽制アリオスか
Oh boy. Arios McLean, the divine blade of wind.
噂だけは聞いてるけどあそこまで効果てきめんとはね
I've heard my fair share of his exploits, but I didn't think the name alone would be enough to send the mafia packing.
気に食わねえな
Ugh, to hell with this shit.
ああいい今回の件はこれで終わりだ
Screw it. Show's over, boys.
引き上げるぞ
Get your asses moving. We're leaving.
ボス
Yeah!
君たちもお疲れ様
I must say, I couldn't have done it without your
こ
help.
れにて任務無事完了かい
So I'm assuming this means mission accomplished for you?
ああそうだな
Yeah, I suppose
も
so.
ともとは君たちの喧嘩を止めるのが任務だったけど
Though I guess our original mission was only to start that one fight between your gangs a few days ago.
ま今後はもうお互い争わなくて済むだろ
Anyway, you shouldn't have a reason to go to war with Walt anymore, right?
何言ってるの
What are you going on about now?
What?
マフィアが絡んでいようがいまいがバイパーとの関係は変わらん
Whether the mafia's involved or not, it's not like our relations with the Saber Vipers are going to change overnight.
目障りというのは変わるわけではないからな
We're still gonna view each other as a blight on our territory. That won't change.
全員揃っての潰し合いはさすがにやらないだろうけど
Sure, there probably won't be another large conflict between us for a
ま
while.
あ普通の喧嘩や小競り合いはこれからも続けていくだろうね
But our regular scuffles are bound to continue. No doubt about it.
待ってくれ。
Hold on now.
大ごとにしたくなければまた介入してきたらどうだい？
If you don't want our future fights to get out of hand, you're more than welcome to come by and intervene when the time comes.
なんだったらそのまま喧嘩に参加してくれてもいい。
Perhaps you could even join in on our amicable little disputes.
君たちなら大歓迎さ。
I'd welcome you with loving arms.
あのな。
あんまり冗談には聞こえないんだけど。
I don't get the impression that he's joking in the slightest.
それではいい夢を。
Well then, I wish you sweet dreams, everyone.
行くよ。
Let us return, Abbas.
聖戦終了。撤収する。
Our crusade is ended. Let us withdraw. Yes, sir.
Ah,
懲りない人たちですね。
what an incurable group of men.
まあ血の気の多い連中だし喧嘩くらいは仕方ないかもな。
May I leave them be? They're just a bunch of hot-headed dudes raring for a fight. Nothing you can really do about it.
そうみたいね。
For once, she might be right.
今回の件に関しては解決でいいんじゃないかしら。
More importantly, we successfully resolved our mission.
ね、ロイド。
Isn't that right, Lloyd?
ああ、
Yeah,
そう
for
だ
sure.
ね。ちょっとばかりすっきりしない気分だけど。
It just doesn't feel very satisfying for some reason.
自分たちの力だけで解決できた気になれない。
We're still not good enough. We had to rely on someone else to finish the job yet again.
そんな気分ってところかしら。
How was that? Didn't I nail it?
え
Well,
小さい。小さいわね。
what useless petty pride.
必要とあらば、ためらわずに他人の力も借りて、より大きな真実をつかみ取る。
There's nothing wrong with accepting a little help in times like these. How else are you going to uncover the full truth?
それができてこそ、一人前の捜査官じゃないの？
Only once you've understood this, can you truly call yourself a detective.
あなたのお兄さんみたいな。
Just like your brother.
な
Huh?
さてと、お姉さんも撤退しようかな。
Well, I think it's time for me to head on home
そ
now.
ろそろ肌の年齢が気になる年頃なのよね。
I gotta go exfoliate. You'd be surprised how much I work to keep my skin this flawless.
おやすみなさい。
Anyway, nighty night.
お前の兄貴結構知られてるみたいだな。
Man, your brother is pretty famous, huh? Lloyd?
なんだかとっても優秀な人だったみたいね。
From what I've heard, it sounds like he was an extremely talented individual.
推しの強さと行動力だけはピカイチだったみたいだしね。
When he was on the job, there weren't a lot of people who could outrank him when it came to proactiveness and persistence.
任務完了だ。
At any rate, our mission is
支
accomplished.
援課に戻ってセルゲイ課長に報告しよう。
Let's return to headquarters and give Chief Sergei our report. Now, is the gang going to let me save my game?
話は分かった。
No, no, it's not. I think I get the picture.
ま、新人にしたらこんなもんだろう。
Well, this is about what I expected from you guys.
次、似たような事件がありゃ、もう少しうまくさばけるはずだ。
If we get another case like this one, I'm sure you'll be able to handle it better.
はい。
Yes, sir.
厳しいな。
He's pretty hard to
し
please.
かし、今回の一件でお前らにも見えてきただろう。
Anyway, I'm sure you caught a glimpse of it during this
こ
case.
のクロスベルって場所の厄介な側面が。
The thorny, problematic side of Crossbell.
それは
Well,
まあ確かにちょいとめんどくさい場所みたいだな。
yeah, it's definitely going to be a pain in the ass.
さまざまな暗部やしがらみ。大人の事情の温床って感じです。
Crossbell's seedy underbelly, a complicated hotbed of corruption hidden just below the surface.
そうね。
It's
警
true.
察本部の連中だって決して無能ってわけじゃない。
Let me just remind you guys, the people over at CPD headquarters are anything but incompetent.
賄賂を受け取ってるようなバカ野郎もいるみたいだが、
Sure, some idiots decide to trade away their dignity for bribes.
多くの捜査官はそこそこ優秀で自分なりの正義感を持ってる連中だ。
But most of our detectives are pretty damn capable. They've got morals and a sense of justice.
だが有形無形の壁がある。
However, they're often stopped by certain barriers.
マフィアの利権とつながっている議員や役人どもとかな。
Politicians and public officials who sold their honor to the mafia, for example. Yep, basically, in this game, we're having to get comfortable with the wrong people doing the right thing and the right people doing the wrong thing. We're gonna have to get comfortable with that. People doing the right thing for the wrong reasons and so forth.
どうだ、ロイド。
So, how about it, Lloyd?
警察辞めて遊撃士にでも転職したくなってきたか？
You ready to turn in your badge and become a bracer?
いえ
No, sir.
そんな事情があっての特務支援課でしょ。
These barriers are the reason the special support section was established, right?
ほう。
Oh?
人を守る遊撃士の理念は確かに素晴らしいけど
Protect civilians above all
解決
else.
できない問題もある。
The Braces Code is admirable, but it has its own limitations. Some problems can't be solved by that alone.
密貿易に違法な武器取引
Smuggling and illegal arms
商
dealing,
品売買にミラーロンダリング
the sale of stolen goods and mirror
そ
laundering,
してマフィアと政治家の癒着
collusion between the mafia and government officials.
どれも遊撃士が直接的には介入できない問題です。
These are all problems that lie outside the Braces' jurisdiction.
確かに。
He's got a point.
支えるコテの力にも限界はあるということですか。
So even the power of the supporting gauntlet has its limitations.
でも警察なら本来それが可能なはずです。
However, as police officers, we have the power to right these wrongs.
現実として様々な壁が立ちふさがっていたとしても
Countless barriers may stand in our way,
そうした壁を突破できる可能性はゼロじゃないはずだ。
but the possibility of getting over them isn't
な
zero.
るほど。
He's
ここな
right.
らその可能性を見出せるかもしれない。
We, as the special support squad, can create opportunities of its kind for true change in
つ
Crossbell.
まりそういうことね。
That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
がちょっと楽天的すぎるかな。
Yeah, but hopefully I'm not being a bit too optimistic.
現実はそこまで甘くないと思いますけど。
I do think that reality is not as simple as you make it out to be.
どんな可能性もゼロではないのは確かに。
However, I agree that the possibility is never zero.
Because of course we're trailing from zero.
やれやれ。
Yeah, take a look at this guy, would you?
不良のヘッドとタイマン張ったり、危険なおとり役を買って出たり。
Julian with the head of a delinquent group, volunteering as bait to lure out the mafia.
真面目でおとなしそうな面して、大した熱血野郎だぜ。
Here I had you pegged as the serious type, but it turns out you're as hot-blooded as they come.
別に熱血ってわけじゃないと思うけど
I'm not sure if hot-blooded is the right term,
で
Randy.
も今回みんなと一緒に仕事をしてて改めて思った。
Still, working with all of you on that last case helped me realize
お
this.
互いまだまだ未熟なところはあるだろうけど
While it's true we are still
この
inexperienced,
メンバーだったらどんな壁も力を合わせて乗り越えていけそうだってね。
as long as we stick together, no matter how high they may be, there isn't a single barrier we can't overcome.
ロイド。
Lloyd,
なんつうか。
Well, how about that?
臭すぎです。
perhaps the cheesiest speech yet.
そんな笑わなくても
You don't have to laugh that hard, Chief.
さすがに夢見すぎですか。
You think I have my head in the clouds, don't you?
ま、いいんじゃねえか。
Yeah, I think you're fine the way you
特
are.
務支援課が設立されたのはいろいろなしがらみによるもんだが、
While it's true that the squad was created under some complicated circumstances,
その場所をどう利用するかはお前たちの自由っちゃ自由だ。
it's your guys' job to decide where we go from here. Use this division however you see fit.
俺
Chief,
は直接お前たちに力を貸すことはないだろうが、
I might not be able to give you much direct assistance with your
やり
missions.
すぎちまってもお依頼さんに睨まれないよう煙に巻くくらいはしてやるよ。
But if you end up pulling some crazy stunt and tick off HQ, I can at least toss you a bone and cover for you guys.
課長
We appreciate it, Chief.
要するに放任主義ですか。
I see you prefer the laissez-faire approach.
I had no idea how to pronounce that because I don't speak French, so I apologize for butchering the language there.
たく話がわかるんだかいい加減なだけなんだか。
Yeah, being understanding is one thing, but this is getting close to recklessness, Chief.
というよりただ面倒なだけでは。
Perhaps laziness is more apt.
ま、ずるい大人だからな。
Yeah, just one of the perks of being a no-good adult. No, we don't have the perk of being lazy. We have to go and do jobs and earn money and other stuff we don't want to do, Sergey. Back in your lane.
特務支援課が単なる遊撃士のパクリで終わるか。
Will the squad remain a pale imitation of the Bracer
そ
Guild?
れとも新たな可能性を見出すことができるのか。
Or will it be something new? Something that creates new possibilities for the city?
俺はタバコでもふかしながらせいぜい眺めさせてもらうぜ。
I, for one, am going to kick back with a cigarette and watch the fireworks. And finally, on the third stream, we make it.
さすが皆さんです。
So we've had one detective point, 2 bonus detective points, no detective pay, and we've got 19 detective points in total.
さすが皆さんです。
Ah, then there's more. So the quarrel arbitration, we got 2 detective points for normal, 7 bonus ones. However we earned them, I don't know. For a total of 9. And yay! We've unlocked a chapter without fleeing from battle, so that got us an extra achievement. We got 2 achievements at once done. Cool. Let's save the prologue. I mean, does it have a time run there? Playtime 10 hours. A 10-hour prologue. That's mental. That's crazy. So before we carry on the story, though, I want to make it clear that from next week, we are going back to multi-game streaming. And to give you a taste of what's next on the cards, on Wednesday at 8 PM BST, we're going to be starting to play this. Yes, we are going to be playing Chaos Head Noah. Now, that's a game that I believe has a connection to Steins Gate. That is what we're going to be starting from Wednesday, 8 PM BST. So be here to check that out at Twitch twitch.tv/Swishbone. Yes, Avian, would you like some game with your gore? I guess we're going to find out on Wednesday evening. Well, now, back to Trailing from Zero.
お疲れ様。今月も大変だったわね。
Yeah, seems like you had another rough month there, Arios.
何いつものことだ。
And yeah, you thought it was more connected with Doki Doki. No, it's actually connected to Steins Gate, believe it or not. I believe it's literally the next game in the extended universe, and I only know that because of a panel I attended at Anime North. So that's part of what got my attention in playing it. I know nothing more about it. All will be revealed on Wednesday evening.
That's fine. Nothing new as far as I'm concerned.
それよりも送金の方はよろしく頼む。
Anyway, I'm here regarding my payment.
わかったわ。IBC 経由でいいのね。
No problem. Via IBC as usual, I assume.
それにしても、依頼を回してる私がこういうのもなんだけどさ。
Look, seeing as anyone giving you all these requests, I'm sure I'm the last person to talk.
あなた、もうちょっと仕事を減らした方がいいんじゃない？
But maybe you should consider reducing your workload. Just a teensy bit.
しずくちゃんだって寂しがってるでしょう。
I can only imagine how lonely poor Shizuku must be.
ごめん。これは言わない約束だったわね。
Whoops, sorry. I said I wouldn't bring this up anymore, didn't I?
それはそうと、レマン総本部からの連絡がまた来ていたわよ。
Oh, that reminds me. Headquarters contacted me
いい
again.
加減受けてくれる気はないのかって。
They keep bugging me to get you to accept the offer.
またそれか。
Are they seriously still at it?
その件に関しては何度も断っているは
I've
ずだ。
rejected the offer numerous times already. How many more will it take?
まあ総本部としてはカシウスブライトの代わりを揃えておきたいんでしょうね。
Well, can you blame them? I'm sure they're just desperate to find someone to fill the gaping hole Cassius Bright left when he
あ
quit.
なた、彼の弟弟子なんでしょ？
Didn't you two train under the same master?
実績だって引けを取らないんだし、いい加減観念したらどうなの？
You're basically equals when you look at your stats with the guild, so hurry up and accept already. No, they're not, Receptionist Michelle. Cassius Bright is rank S. Arios is rank A. There is a difference. It's called a class difference.
残念だが、彼と俺では役者が違いすぎる。
While that might be true on paper, we're completely different people.
実績にしたところで、彼のように国家的な問題を解決したわけではない。
Unlike Cassius, I haven't solved any conflicts on an international scale.
正直、身に余る話さ。
To be honest, even being considered as equal is far more than I deserve.
国家的な問題っていうなら、デミフェリアの件があるじゃない。
Oh, don't give me into that. We both know it isn't true. What about that case in
最
Remiferia?
高閣下から勲章ももらったんだし。
The Grand Prince himself presented you with a Medal of Honor.
すぎると思う。
If you ask me, that's more than enough of a qualification.
あの件は本当の意味で解決できたわけではないからな。
I have to disagree. I never truly resolved the issue.
報告での目は潰したとはいえ、一部の黒幕は取り逃がしたままだ。
I may have prevented the immediate disaster, but the masterminds responsible are still out there.
本来なら勲章など辞退したかったんだが。
I actually intended to refuse the medal.
まったくもう、生真面目すぎるんだから。
Gosh, Arios, you're a regular stick in the mud, you know
せ
that.
めて昇格でもすれば逆に少しは落ち着く
Come
んじゃない
on. Accepting the promotion will drop your workload a little
今
bit.
月だけでも100件以上。尋常じゃないわよ、この仕事量は。
You've done over 100 requests this month alone for Adios' sake. That can't be healthy.
And to be fair to Mikkel there, if you did 100 requests in a single month, that should be enough to get you the bracelet points to go to rank S anyway. If anything, they're stiffing Arios on the top rank.
無理をしているつもりはないさ。
Well, I certainly don't feel like I bit off more than I could chew.
列車と飛行船の便数も増えて、自治州外への出張も楽になった。
Traveling for work isn't nearly as strenuous now that there are more trains and flights coming in and out of the city.
頼もしい助っ人たちも来ることだし、今後は一息つけるだろう。
And besides, those 2 braces transferring here should help reduce my workload a bit.
あの子たちか。
Oh, you mean those kiddies?
確かに期待の大型新人ではあるわね。
I suppose you're right. They might be rookies, but I see a lot of potential in
少
them.
なくともあの支援課の坊やたちよりは何倍も頼りになりそうだわ。
And at the very least, they'll be much more dependable than those kids in the special support section.
ごめんください。
あら、
Hello, anyone home?
早速来たみたい
Oh,
ね。
would you speak of the devil?
こっちよ、上がってきて。
Come on in. We're upstairs.
Well, who are the rookies going to be then? The obvious choice would be Estelle and Joshua. But would you be a curveball?
2階
Oh, the second floor. Gotcha.
失礼します。
Thank you for having us.
And this is where I was right.
こんにちは、ミシェルさん。
Oh wow, they changed her design a bit.
マリオさん
That's interesting. She's got a SC and third character model, but they've completely redone her animated face. That's really interesting. I don't get that. You thought they'd updated the character models here. Is it just me? That seems weird.
Holy smokes. Ariel's is here too.
ちょうどいらっし
What
ゃ
the
ったん
hell?
ですね。
What the fuck is this? What have you done to Joshua's design? Where has the drip gone? What have you done? That is one of the ugliest things I've ever fucking seen. What is that? What in the name of ass is that?
Yeah, I'm glad we managed to catch you while you're in.
ま、偶然だな。
Yes, it's quite a lucky coincidence.
3ヶ月ぶりになるか。2人とも。
It's been 3 or so months, hasn't it? I got to see you both doing well.
本当、あなたたちがうちに来てくれるなんてね。
I never imagined we've seen you two transferring while in a branch.
これで当分クロスベル支部も安泰だわ。
This is just fantastic. Now that you're both here, we'll have Crossbell cleaned up in no time flat.
Devolved. Yeah, that's a good word for it, Avian. You're not wrong. I don't get it. What's that sprite? Look, hopefully we're not going to see it very often.
買いかぶりすぎだと思いますけど。
I guess I spoke too soon.
We may be good, but we're not that
ご
good.
期待に添えるよう頑張ります。
Hey, oi. The smug face sprite is Estelle's gimmick. That's gimmick infringement, Joshua. Don't start doing the smug face. That's Estelle's gimmick.
We'll do our best to live up to your expectations.
改めまして、声優劇士エステル・ブライト。
No, but we're our manners. We should officially introduce ourselves. Estelle Bright, Senior Bracer.
並びにヨシュア・ブライト。
Joshua Bright, also a Senior Bracer.
遊撃士協会クロスベル支部に正式に所属させていただきます。
I'm going to use Joshua's voice for that.
Officially reporting for duty at the Bracer Guild's Crossbell branch.
I can't possibly do those two different ranges at once. That's just not possible. Afternoon of the Wolves. I guess the soccer fans are invading the stream, people. If you're British, you'll know what I'm getting at with that. I'm sure that car took out at least 3 of those boxes then. It seemed far too close to the inside of the island. Back at base.
遅いな、課長。
The chief sure is late.
そろそろ朝のミーティングを始めたいんだけど。
I'd like to start our morning meetings soon, if we can.
さすがに課長抜きで始めるわけにはいかないものね。
I really don't think we can begin without him.
こんなことなら2度寝すりゃよかったな。
Ugh, I would have slept in if I knew we'd be just waiting
そ
around.
んで昼過ぎに起きてからカジノあたりに遊びに行くと。
Waking up at noon, hitting the casino, letting the good times roll till the wee hours. That's the life. If you've got the bank, go for it, Randy, but I think we've got a big fat nothing in the kitty right now, so let's stay away from the casinos.
典型的なダメ人間ですね。
The life of a hopeless reprobate.
Oh! That is a fire insult. Hopeless reprobate. Yes, Tio, you might have an emotionless face and voice, but damn, I like that.
遅れたな。
Sorry I'm late, everyone.
課長、おはようございます。
Chief Sergey. Good morning,
お
sir.
はようございます。早速ミーティングを始めますか？
Good morning. Should we start the meeting now?
いや、その必要はない。
No
先
need.
ほど本部から連絡があった。
Just got a call from
今日
HQ.
はお前らに特別任務を引き受けてもらう。
You guys have been assigned a special mission today. Congrats.
特別任務？
A special mission?
なんかうさんくさい響きだな。
Yeah, I'm getting bad vibes already.
この前のような捜査任務ということですか？
Is it similar to the last one?
残念ながら俺も知らん。
Don't look at me. They didn't give me any
ま
details.
ずは警察本部に行ってこい。お前らの客人が待ってるはずだ。
You'll have to go to the main precinct and find out yourself. Your client will be waiting for you there.
We have a client?
Police headquarters, floor 3.
またあの嫌味な副局長に呼び出されることになるとはな。
Well, here we are again for another visit with Vice Commissioner Jackass.
一体何の用だってんだ。
I can only imagine what he wants to bitch at us about this time.
客が待ってるって言ってたし、
Remember, we were told this is about a client waiting for
た
us.
だ嫌味や小言を言うために呼び出したんじゃない
I
と思
think
う。
it's safe to say he didn't call us here to
ど
complain.
の道嫌味は聞かされそうな気がしますが。
I have a sinking feeling you'll find a reason to scold us regardless.
そうね。まあ流しておきましょう。
I know what you mean. We can't let it get to us, though.
I mean, that's the plan. Let's see what he has to say.
特務支援課所属バニングス以下4名。参り
Lloyd
ました。
Banning's reporting in. The special support section has arrived.
入りたまえ。
Come in.
Yeah, complain on client. They are two words with one stone we don't ever want, Avian. I've been there too many times.
失礼します。
Excuse us.
あれ？あの制服は？
Oh, I reckon that's a uniform.
警備隊だったかしら。
Crossbell Guardian Force, right?
ゲゲ
Oh, hell!
あらご挨拶ね、ランディ・オールランド。
My. Is that how you greet a former superior officer? Randy Orlando?
The Karen would like to speak to your manager. I mean, you're not wrong. You're almost on point.
何がゲゲなのかしら？
Care to elaborate any hidden meanings behind that outburst of yours?
いや少し意表をつかれたっていうか。
Hey, oh no, I was just surprised to see you here. That's all.
なんだ？知ってるのか？
You two know each other?
やましいことがありそうな反応ですね。
Your reaction is that of a man with a guilty conscience.
Oh,
君たち、警備
show some respect, you four.
こちらは警備隊の副司令を務めておられるソーニャ2佐だ。
This here is Lieutenant Colonel Sonia Bowles. Or Biles, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. Biles, Bowles, Bales? I'm not sure. Deputy Commander at the CGF.
警備隊の副司令。
Deputy Commander of the Guardian Force?
失礼しました。
Please forgive our misbehavior.
2佐というと普通の軍隊では中佐に相当するはずですが。
Lieutenant Colonel is one of the higher ranks in the military chain of
そん
command.
なに偉い人なんですか？
She is that distinguished?
偉いも何も実質警備隊のナンバー2だぞ。
Oh, you have no frickin' idea. She is the CGF second in command after all.
指揮官としてのカリスマなら間違いなくナンバー1だけどな。
Taking into account her expertise and how much poke she's got in the force, she may as well be in charge.
堅苦しくしないでちょうだい。
At ease,
あな
detectives.
たたちが特務支援課ね。
So you're the special support section I've heard so much about.
はい。
Yes, ma'am.
本日は自分たち特務支援課に何かお話があるとか。
We were told you were looking to submit a support request of us. Is that right?
光栄に思うがいい。
You should feel honored, rookies.
君たちごとき役立たずの新米をこの場に呼んでやったのだからな。
It's unheard of for useless greenhorns like yourselves to be called upon by the Deputy Commander herself.
副局長、 この場はどうか私に。
Vice Commander Pierre, allow me to handle it from here.
ですが
What?
わかりましたすべてあなたにお任せしましょう
Understood. I'll leave it in your capable hands, Mom.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
改めてクロスベル警備隊の副司令ソーニャ・ベルツよ。
Right, the game's just said the name for me, so I'm going to say it as per the game said.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Sonia Bells, the Deputy Commander of the Crossbell Guardian
今日
Force.
はあなたたち特務支援課の力を借りに参上したわ。
I came here to ask the Special Support Section to lend us your expertise on a particular matter.
You must be truly desperate to come to me for help. Especially if you're calling it expertise. You really are in the wrong place if you're after that. You must be truly desperate.
まずは一通り話を聞いてくれないかしら。
Let me begin with a brief overview of the situation.
魔獣の被害調査
An investigation of monster attacks?
ええ、そうよ。
Well, the thing is, Avian, not only do you say does it look like Seed, but it's like, you know, with the cars that were going around the outside, they gave me a feeling of the Final Fantasy VIII vehicles. The trains, Final Fantasy VIII. Even the soundtrack has that Final Fantasy VIII feel to it to me. So you're not on your own. You think that's kind of similar to Zoom and yeah, you're not wrong. I definitely see the parallels.
That's correct,
こ
Detective.
こ一月余り自治州各地で特定の魔獣被害が相次いでいるの。
Several locations throughout Crossbell have reported similar cases of monster attacks over the past month.
その調査の手伝いをあなたたちにお願いしたくてね。
We'd like for your division's cooperation in investigating this matter.
ちょっと待ってください
Wait a moment, please.
クロスベル市内ではなく市外での魔獣被害の調査ですか
You want us to investigate attacks that have been happening outside of Crossbell City?
あら、不服かしら？
Do you take issue with that?
いえそんなことは
No, ma'am, not at all.
その警備隊の方でもすでに調査されているのですよね。
Ma'am, if I'm not mistaken, the CGF is already conducting its own investigation into the matter, correct?
その上で私たちが手伝う余地などあるのでしょうか？
Considering that, is there even room for us to help?
それが大ありなのよ。
Yes, plenty in
普
fact.
通の魔獣被害というにはどうも不可解なことが多すぎてね。
Too many questions remain unanswered to write these off as ordinary monster
う
attacks.
ちの調査だけでは手詰まりになってきているのよ。
As much as I hate to admit, our investigators have hit a dead end.
だから別の視点を入れておきたいってところかしら。
Therefore, I'm hoping the investigation will benefit from a different point of view.
別の視点ですか
A different point of view.
そう。警備のプロではなく捜査のプロとしての視点をね。
A trained detectives, to be exact. One that will differ greatly from a
そ
guardsman's.
の意味では別にあなたたち支援家でなくてもいいんだけど。
By that reasoning, however, I wouldn't specifically need the special support section.
例えばエリートと名高い捜査一課とか。
I could have, for example, gone to the renowned 1st Division for their assistance instead.
紹介したいのは山々なんですが
Well, I would love to introduce you to them.
忙しい連中でして
But as you know, they are preoccupied with their duties.
とまあいろいろ事情がおありのようだからあなたたちを指名させてもらったの。
As you can see, a number of unforeseen circumstances have led to us seeking the aid of the special support section.
Now, they're busy with their duties. Or maybe the chief has seen a convenient way to make us fail in front of one of the highest ranking military people and be ordered to be disbanded. Chief, if you think I'm not going to notice, you're an imbecile.
迷惑だったかしら。
Are there any objections?
いえ
No,
わ
man.
かりましたそういう事情があるなら喜んで
We'll gladly accept your request and aid you in your ongoing investigation.
それで 魔獣被害の調査というと
How exactly would you like us to assist?
ノエル例のものを
Sergeant Major Seeker. Sergeant Major Seeker? I mean, it's not the most ridiculous name, but something about it seems silly. I'm a major who's a seeker. Yes, ma'am.
どうぞ。
Here you are.
どうも
Oh, thank you.
あれこの人
Wait, she seems...
どうしましたか？
Is something wrong?
いえすみません
I'm fine. My apologies.
どこかで見た気がしたけど
I can't help but feel like I've seen her somewhere before. Monster damage report.
これは
A
警
report?
備隊の調査報告書ですね。
It appears to be a case file from the
こ
CGF.
ちらの調査で判明したことは一通りそれに書かれてあるわ
Correct. It contains all of our findings thus
ま
far.
ずはその調書だけを見てあなたたちには捜査に入ってほしいの
We prefer if you began your investigation having only read that
余
file.
計な先入観を与えないためにもね
Doing so will eliminate unwanted bias from your work.
なるほど。
I see.
そういうことであれば後ほど拝見させてもらいます
In that case, we'll look through it as soon as we're done here.
お願いするわね
We'll leave it in your capable hands.
それでは申し訳ないけど我々はこれで失礼させてもらうわ
Well, I suppose we'll have to excuse ourselves for
今
now.
後は支援課と直接やり取りするから何か分かったら報告をちょうだい
We'll establish a direct line of communication with the squad, so don't hesitate to contact us if you discover anything.
了解しました
Roger.
副局長どうもお邪魔しました
My apologies for the disturbance, Vice Commissioner.
いえいえまた遠慮なくどうぞ
No, not at all. Feel free to drop by my office at any time.
どうやら結構馴染めてるみたいだね
Looks like you're a bit more comfortable with your current work,
い
Randy.
や
Well, you know.
まあ国境監視や演習よりは楽しく過ごさせてもらってますよ
I'd say the work here is more thrilling than staring at the border and doing drills all
そ
day.
れは結構私も紹介した甲斐があったわ
Good to hear. I'm glad my efforts to transfer you were worth it. In other words, I could either dishonorably discharge you now or make you someone else's problem. Now get the fuck out of my office. That's the vibe I'm getting here.
ノエル行くわよ
Let's head out, Seeker.
はい。
Badger,
それでは失礼します。
I'll be taking my leave.
やれやれだぜ
Oh, man, oh man.
ひょっとして警備隊での上官だったのか
So, she was your superior officer back in the Guardian Force, Randy?
いや直接の上官じゃないけどな
Sure it was. She wasn't my direct boss, though.
訓練や軍事演習で何度か指導を受けているんだ
She just gave me a bunch of tips and pointers for our training and drill
美
sessions.
人なのに怒らせるとめちゃくちゃ怖いんだよな
Don't let her gorgeous looks fool you. You cross that lady and BAM! Full nightmare mode. She'll scare the piss right out of you.
サンディさんの場合は生活態度が原因なのでは。
Knowing Randy, I can only assume his terrible work ethic set her off on multiple occasions.
そうね。
I could absolutely see that
なん
happening.
だか女性問題でいろいろとトラブルを起こしてたらし
He
い
has a knack for getting in trouble with women.
そういえば
On that note,
副司令に付き添っていた女性隊員も知り合いなのか
do you know the girl that was accompanying the deputy commander,
い
Randy?
や見たことのない顔だったな
Nah, never seen her
多
before.
分副司令が任されているタングラム門詰めの隊員だろう
I bet it pretty mirror that she's in the Tangram Gate division of the CGF. Those guys assist Deputy Commander Bales with all her work.
おいそういやお前なんか気にしてたみたいだな
Oh, wait a sec. Don't tell me you're taking a fancy to her.
なんだひょっとして
Well, Lloyd, was it love at first sight?
あら
Well, oh no, Ellie's pissed. Ellie's pissed. Ellie's jealous. The JRPG harem fantasy is on people, it would seem.
じー
Called it. Yep, I heard that one come in. Thank you.
いや、そんなんじゃないってば。
What? No, it was nothing like
た
that.
だ、どこかで見かけたような気がして。
I just had a strange feeling that I've met her somewhere before.
お、
Oh, right.
君たちはいつまでくだらない話をしてるのかね。
How much longer do you rookies plan to take up space in my prince's office, spewing this pointless drivel?
そして、
Don't tell me.
あたりに言われて、私をバカにしに来たのかね。
Is this a plot by that good-for-nothing Sergei to have you come here and humiliate me?
いや、そんな。
No, sir. Definitely not.
その失礼しました。
We're terribly sorry, sir. Please excuse our rudeness.
ならばとっとと出てきたまえ。
Go on, get out of here.
揃いも揃って私の忠告を無視しようって。
To think every single one of you ignored my warning.
これが何を意味するのかは当然分かっているのだろうね。
You should know full well what awaits you then.
Well,
おいおい
hey now.
まあせいぜい野山で魔獣探しにでも明け暮れるんだな。
Whatever. Enjoy a little investigation of yours out in the wilderness. I'm sure it'll be a fun little camping trip.
なんだったら全員そのまま警備隊に移ったらどうかね。
Why don't we transfer your entire team to the Guardian Force while we're at it?
あの忌々しいセルゲイと一緒にな。
We can boot that damn Sergei out along with you.
失礼します。
If you'll excuse us.
Yeah, we're in the typical inside the police conspiracy mode.
嫌みったらしい野郎だな。
Yeah, Vice Commissioner Jackass strikes again. I swear, as soon as I step in there and see that dumb tuft of hair on his forehead, my blood pressure spikes.
耳栓が欲しかったです。
A pathetic attempt to stave off a receding hairline.
Oh, well, even Tio's not impressed with him.
ああ、今のは私たちにも
I,
少しは
I suppose we were being disrespectful in front of him.
No, we weren't.
さすがに少し暴言が過ぎると思ったけど。
However, that doesn't warrant his condescendingly vulgar tone with
ま
us.
あいい。目くじら立てても仕方ない。
Let's try to forget about it for now,
と
guys.
にかく一旦戻って調書に目を通してみよ
We should head back to HQ and go through this
う。
report.
その上で捜査方針を決めて動く必要がありそうだ。
After that, we'll need to decide on the direction our investigation should take.
そうね。どうやら普通の魔獣被害じゃなさそうだし。
Right. Lieutenant Colonel Bells gave the impression there weren't going to be any monster, or they weren't any ordinary monster attacks.
不可解なこと。一体何なんでしょうか。
I am curious what she meant when she said too many questions remain unanswered.
Alright, so here we are. So I'll go into the more professional mode. I'll read this in Lloyd's voice because he's the leader. Monster damage report. There has been a recent string of attacks by unidentified monsters throughout Crossbell. The Guardian Force attempts to perform an investigation in an attempt to evaluate the incidents. Witnesses at each of these 3 locations report seeing or hearing wolf-like monsters. The following 3 pages detail each case. Armorica Village. Date and time 3 weeks ago, night. Location was the entire village area. Damages were crops and livestock of all families damaged to varying degrees. Damage not discovered until morning after, according to the village chief. Eyewitnesses? None. All villagers were asleep. Other evidence. Various canine prints were discovered inside the village. No similar prints were found in areas outside the village. St. Ursula Medical College. Date and time was 1 week ago, night. Location was the hospital premises itself. There was 1 medical resident attacked and wounded by a trespassing pack of monsters, found by hospital staff the morning after. Eyewitnesses, the injured resident, reported seeing black, wolf-like monsters. Other evidence, none found near scene of attack. Statement was vague and possibly inaccurate. Maine's Mining Village. 2 days ago, 10 p.m. Location was in front of the inn. 1 miner heading home was injured by a pack of monsters. A colleague rushed to his aid. Eyewitnesses. Townspeople saw wolves escaping. And other evidence.
Prince discovered near a scene that resembled those found in Armorica village. The mining equipment in this town was also damaged, and this is the third incident. Patrols may be necessary. This is worse than I thought.
本当に各地で起きてるのね。
So this really is happening everywhere. Now, the chronology of events there suggests you want to start the mining village because you've got your freshest clues and your freshest evidence, and then work back to the towns before it, where the trail gets colder. But it depends on where they are, because if they're in a advancing line towards a specific destination, you might be able to predict where the next attack goes. This is where ideally we want to see a map to show what these towns in Crossbell are, overlay them to see if there's any common denominator that we can start working towards. I sound like I know what I'm talking about, don't I, people?
ほとんどニュースになっていないみたいだけど。
It seems like most of these incidents haven't been reported by the media yet, though.
なるほどな。
Yeah, there's something fishy going on, no question.
どうやらただの魔獣被害じゃなさそうだぜ。
These are definitely not your typical monster attacks.
狼型魔獣。クロスベルの固有種でしょうか。
Do we know whether or not these wolf-like monsters are native to Crossbell?
さすがにちょっとわからないな。
I'm not sure exactly.
被害の起きた場所でははっきりとした足跡なんかも残されているみたいだ。
But clear paw prints were found at the scene of each incident.
そういう魔獣がいるのは確実だろう。
So I think it's safe to say these creatures like this exist and are in the area.
でも警備隊の捜索では未だに確認されていないのよね。
But the Guardian Force's investigation still hasn't confirmed their existence, right?
それがちょっと気になるけど。
That's a little disconcerting.
ああ、姿を隠しているんなら相当ずる賢い魔獣みたいだぜ。
Yeah, for real. These monsters must be pretty damn crafty if they're able to pull off all these attacks without ever being seen.
凄腕の狩人かなんかを雇った方がいいんじゃないか？
I mean, shouldn't they hire some kind of hunter to track them down instead?
そうですね。
Probably so.
私たちが動いたとして何かできるとは思えませんが。
I'm not certain we'll be able to contribute much to this case.
ロイド、どうしたの？
Lloyd, what's the
なん
matter?
だ？また何かひらめいたのか？
Did that detective light bulb of yours start flickering
ひ
again?
らめいたっていうね。
Not exactly. I was just thinking.
捜査という観点からこの魔獣被害を調べるんだったら何がポイントになるかと思ってさ。
I know these are monster attacks, but why don't we treat this as we would any other investigation?
捜査の観点から。
Well, I suppose the deputy commander did say she wanted the detective's point of view.
魔獣被害を調べる。
Should we search the clues as per usual?
例えば一連の魔獣被害を事件として捉えたら
Yeah, and if we treat this series of attacks as all being part of one large
こ
case,
の場合犯人は誰になる？
who would be our culprit?
そりゃ報告にもある狼型魔獣ってやつだろ。
Obviously, those wolf-like monsters the report mentioned, right? Actually, no, Randy. Put the wolves aside for a second. They say they found claw marks. That could be consistent with the weapon of a pugilist. Kind of like a knuckle duster that's got claw on the edges. There's no, if they move fast enough and wear dark enough clothes, they could be mistaken for it. After all, these characters won't know this, but we know this as the wider audience. People like Joshua with the ability to flicker exist in this world. We might be dealing with an offshoot from Ouroboros here.
どうやら一匹だけじゃなくて群れで行動してるみたいだな。
Sounds like a pack of them has been moving together.
だったらもう一つ
True. And with that in mind,
その犯人のプロフィールと動機についてはどうだろう？
what would the profile and motive of the culprits be?
そいつは
Huh? Motive?
なるほど。
Oh, I understand
この
now.
調書からはそれが見えてこないわけね。
You're saying that the motive isn't apparent from these reports.
なあ知能が高い魔獣なら普通は人里には近づかないはずだ。
Exactly. If these monsters are as intelligent as we suspect, they would typically stay away from populated areas.
飢えているのが動機だとすると病院の被害報告なんかは不可解すぎる。
If the motive was hunger, the medical college would be the last place they'd look for food.
だったら それらを説明できる何らかの真実があるんじゃないか。
There has to be some hidden truth that explains their seemingly irrational behavior.
確かに理屈ではそうなりますね。
Logically speaking, that does make sense.
そうすると捜査方針は決まったわね。
I suppose we settled a direction for our investigation then.
ああ、とにかく被害に遭った場所で関係者から話を聞いてみよう。
I think so. We'll start by visiting the affected areas and gathering information from anyone connected to the incident.
少なくとも俺たちのやり方でこの調書を保管することくらいは最低限できるはずだ。
By doing things our way, we'll be able to supply the CGF with some supplementary info at the very least.
そうね。
I
少
agree.
しでも警備隊の役に立てれば無駄にはならないわね。
Every little clue and lead we can find will go toward helping the Guardian Force.
助かったぜ。
Now that's a relief.
闇雲に野山を駆け回って魔獣狩りする羽目にならなくてよ。
Here I was thinking we'd be spending the day blindly hunting monsters in the
それ
mountains.
でロイドさん、
So Lloyd,
聞き込みをするとして
where do you suggest we begin our investigation?
そうだな。
Let's see.
まずは最初に被害に遭ったアルモリカ村に行ってみよう。
So interestingly, Lloyd's going the opposite direction to me. He's going with the oldest clue and working forward. I suppose that way you could technically track the movements, but you've not got the freshest evidence. I'd want to get to the newest scene and preserve whatever evidence I can find there now before it gets trampled over.
一番被害が具体的だし、少しでも魔獣の特徴を掴んでおいた方が良さそうだ。
Considering the Armorica report was the most detailed, maybe we'll be able to get enough information and clues to start building a profile of the
な
monsters.
るほど、いいかもしれないわね。
That sounds like a good start.
アルモリカ村は確か町の北東だったわよね。
Armorica village is northeast of Crossbell City, right?
なあ、東口に出て動力バスに乗ればいいはずだ。
Yeah, we should be able to get there by taking the bus from the east exit. Yep, so now we're in Galbadia, Avian. We're about to get the buses.
それと、今回は初めての市街活動だ。
And needless to say, this is our first mission outside of the city.
行った先で何があるかわからない。準備を済ませてから出発しよう。
We don't know what we're heading into, so let's make sure we leave well prepared.
だな。
Makes
念の
sense.
ため他の支援要請もチェックした方が良さそうですね。
To be safe, we should check any new support requests that have come in too. Yep. So basically the game's giving us side quests to do before we leave. Just gonna quickly save my game. I'm just gonna need to take a very quick walk away from my desk for a second, people. Just need to sort something out. Won't be a moment. Sorry about that, people. Just had to briefly make myself more comfortable. Well, since T.O.'s already recommended it, let's take a look. Yeah, we have an overdue book retrieval. We're going to be the library police. We're running into a problem, namely people are checking out books and not returning them on time. I need help retrieving them. See me at the city library in the administrative district. It's got a long request, so who knows how long we're going to have for it. Hunting for ingredients, another long request. I'm seeking special ingredients to use in a new special bread recipe. Can you guys lend me a hand? Please come visit me at Morgs, the bakery on West Street. And assistance with new service, which is another long one. The IBC. We're recruiting people to help us implement a new service here at the IBC. If you have Sepith on hand, can we please have a moment of your time? Thanks in advance for your assistance. Okay. Well, I do have Sepith on hand, so we can certainly look to use that. Just trying to find out where the IBF are.
We can go and introduce ourselves to Estelle and Joshua. Let's talk to this dude.
Oh, hey there, sweeties. Didn't know you had enough free time to waltz into your rival's headquarters like that. Well, if you got nothing better to do, how about taking some of this work off our hands, huh? No, that's quite alright. We're actually on duty right now. Oh, right, this is Brayscale's receptionist, Michelle. We met him a little while ago, but I don't think I'll ever get used to the level of sassiness she's out. Ah, really? That's too bad. Well, no matter. I'm sure before too long you'll have a file into those cases of yours. Huh?
And what do you mean by that?
Yeah, don't mind me, just talking to myself.
Yes, how convenient. Ah, there's Ariot. It's good to see you all. Hello again, Arios.
It's been quite some time, hasn't it?
Yeah, there's no need to be so nervous. You did a fine job taking the incident downtown. You were able to resolve the matter before we intervened.
Oh no, it was nothing really.
I bet he would have settled the whole thing with a single swing of his blade.
I cannot help but feel he has us dancing in the palm of his hand, as they say.
Well, Braces are known for being more intelligent, and no, we can't say hi to Estelle and Joshua because they're not here. They're elsewhere. No doubt we'll cross paths with them at some point in the story anyway. This is the downtown area, so I don't think this is where I need to go. This is the harbor. Crossbell News, Admin District. Ah, here's the IBC. Oh, it's the International Bank. Okay, it's the bank. Good morning. Welcome to the IBC's corporate headquarters. Yeah, too stunned for words? It's a pretty impressive building, isn't it? It's not unusual for people to be astonished by the first time they see the building in all of its glory. The aura's worn off on the employees, though. I know that from experience when you work in the big skyscrapers in London.
Look, it's the International Bank of Crossbell. Oh, now this is a surprise. It's been quite a while, hasn't it, Ms. McDowell? Huh? Are you acquainted, Ellie? Hello, Lemfay. Indeed, it has been a while. I haven't seen you since you returned from your studies abroad. Oh yes, that reminds me. Would you like me to inform Miss Kreutz of your arrival? She's currently overseeing Miss Leham's operations, but I'm sure she'd rush back if I notified her that you were here. I'm glad to hear that the Belle's still keeping herself busy. That's okay though. I'm not here to discuss anything important with her today. I'll visit her another day when I have the chance. Is that so? I'll send her your regards then.
Damn. Mademoiselle's got connections in the IBC. Yeah, and they seem to be on pretty friendly terms too.
She continues to uphold her image as the perfect noble lady. I can hear you, you know. Aren't we here to get work done, Lloyd?
Oh yeah, you're right. Got a bit too sidetracked. Please allow me to introduce ourselves. We're members of the Crossbell Police Department's Special Support Section. I believe we received a request from the IBC for help.
Oh, is that what this is all about? My apologies. I'll explain the details to you immediately. Great, thank you. You may have read about it in the finance section of the paper already.
No, we don't read the press.
But the IBC will soon be rolling out a new service to exchange Sepith. Essentially, our service will allow patrons to exchange Sepith at a higher rate than the average market value.
So you're offering to cough up more dough than your everyday shop. Man, talk about deluxe treatment.
The service is purposed to amass a large reservoir of Sepith due to the scarcity of natural septium. The IBC is unparalleled when it comes to designing simple yet effective initiatives. You flatter us. However, to counteract theft and Sepith counterfeiting, we've limited the service to IBC members for the time being. Our main goal right now is to make it so we can store the Sepith in our terminals. We'd like you to help us beta test this feature, hence the request.
Yeah, sounds good. What exactly do we need to do?
Great. First things first, please take this card with you.
We have now got a primary card with the bank.
You'll need to present that card to me in order to perform an exchange. Additionally, for this beta test, we'll need you to exchange a specific amount of Sepith. 30 of each type of Sepith should be sufficient.
30 of each type. Got it. Sounds cool. Let's give it a spin.
Oh, by the way, there's no requirement for us to deposit them all at the same time. We continue little by little while we take a break from our requests.
Okay, now let's utilize the IBC exchange service. Select exchange, then exchange, perform an exchange. So select exchange to perform an exchange and perform an exchange. Bit annoyed to lose all this water sapith, but I'm going to need to do it because I can get rid of this right now. The time sapith is also going to cripple us a bit, but I can get this out of the way now, and it also means I might be able to get some money. Grinding sapith was something I did in Trails in the Sky 3rd chapter in the end. No. Oh. Well, that's annoying. Okay. Memo to me, don't press the right arrow all the way to the end. So menu management is back on the menu, people. Menu management's back on the menu. Yes, I just said that because I am the king of redundant words, it would seem. How redundant would you like your phrase to be? Yes. Okay, let's exchange them. Yay!
Oh, it appears you managed to exchange 30 of each sapith type. Just one moment, please. Hello, this is the reception desk. I'd like to convert 30 of each type of sapith into mirror, please. Right. Okay. I see. Yes, understood. I confirmed a transaction with our employees at the exchange terminal. There was an incident where an employee confused Earth sapith and Space sapith, but we were thankfully able to clear it up. Here's hoping things will run smoothly from now on.
Yeah, I'm guessing they got a bit more hands-on experience now.
I'm glad we ought to be of service to you. Oh, of course. You've been an immense help. It's not much, but please take this as a token of our appreciation.
And we got 3 Terra bombs, 2 reviving bombs, 2 EP charges.
A rather generous reward. But that's not all. You can keep using the VIP card I gave you earlier. You're our special guest, so you may continue to use our exchange service as you please. Please consider it as another token of our thanks.
Are you sure about this? Isn't this too much? It is supposed to be a service meant for IBC members only. You're telling me we're getting these awesome perks all thanks to Mademoiselle here?
I highly doubt that's the reason why. You're not giving us special treatment because of me. Right, Lanfei? Of course not. Please visit again if there's anything I can assist you with in the future.
Yay, there we go. So we made 5,000 Miro, which was pretty useful. And we've also... Oh. Well done, everything seems to be running smoothly. Thanks again. You've been a great help, Chief. This kind of algorithm is especially challenging.
Is that?
That does make sense. I can always trust in your opinion, Chief.
I've not seen you in some time, Chief.
That voice. Oh, well, if it isn't Tio. How are you doing these days? Chief, is this man your boss?
That is correct. He's my direct boss and the chief of the Orbital Staff Development Division. He specializes in orbital computer networking and acts as the head of the Foundation's Crossbell bench. I suppose you could call him my supervisor.
Everything's been running smoothly at that new division of the Crossbell Police Department. I'm quite relieved to see you doing so well. But why don't you ever come by to deliver your reports, Tio? I'm quite worried about you.
Is that the official explanation behind your gracious delivery of an orbital staff to the weapons shop for me?
You know, now that I think about it, Wendy mentioned that somebody from the Foundation drops by pretty frequently. Well, you see, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for that. I've really done it now. Tio is no doubt angry with me. But how can she expect me to leave a child like her to her own devices in a city like this? Are you a pappy here? Are you the one responsible with creating Tio? Because I still have the belief that she's not human. I believe she's the machine.
Your behavior is suspicious, Chief.
What? What could you possibly mean?
Please refrain from secretly leaving new equipment for me at different locations. I'm not trying to participate in a scavenger hunt.
I see your point, Tio, and I'm terribly sorry for all this, truly. Please, don't be upset with me.
It is precisely your behavior at times like this that upsets me, Chief.
You're right, I understand.
Aren't you being too harsh, Tio? I am unable to help it. I am irritated beyond comprehension.
Yeah, the way her emotions work are unusual. Not that that's a bad thing. Yeah, it's like I know plenty of people who've got unusual, like, personality and emotions. It's perfectly fine. It's just something about her design gives me that kind of augmented look to it, if you know what I mean. And again, that's not a bad thing. Right, meanwhile, was it Crossbell City Hall where we had the next quest? Books. Yeah, so we've done that one. Yeah, City Library is where we want. That's the City Hall, so that won't be it. That's the CPD. Oh, there's the library. Yes, Avian, we're going to the world of books. I'm sure you'll be pleased. They could come in handy, actually. I'll get 2 of those. And then there's the Ultimate Mix, which does what? Ooh, 40% HP and ATS up by 50%. That could come in handy. I'll buy just the one, because I don't want to waste all my mirror. Talk to the info desk guy. Hi again, Uncle Miles. Ah, Lloyd, it's good to see you. Have you come to borrow my books? Yeah, actually, we're here for your request. I believe you sent a request to the support squad for help, right?
You asking for help to locate and retrieve some overdue books?
Ah, by golly, you're right. I did submit a request like that, didn't I? Let's get to it, shall we? Allow me to explain the details. Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't be happy about being surrounded by books? I mean, you do raise a very fair question, Avian. You're not wrong. Ah, splendid. You do me a huge favor. You see, several of our patrons have yet to bring in their overdue books. I'd like for you to locate and return them to me.
Understood.
Yeah, doesn't sound too bad to me. Sure, do you have their addresses?
Yep, that information is tied to their library cards. Give me a moment to bring it up for you. The first person is Faye, who lives in Belheim Apartments on West Street. Next we have Clarice from Acacia Apartments on East Street. Lastly we have Raymond from the CPD headquarters in the Administrative District. Raymond, you must stop embarrassing us.
I'm sorry, Uncle. I wasn't expecting someone from the force to lack punctuality. Don't worry about it. I just hoped that the reader was so engrossed by the contents of their book that they simply forgot to return it on time.
I sense that your hopes are highly unlikely. There are quite a number of people out there who pay no regard to the rules.
What the hell are you looking at me like that for?
No reason.
Anyway, our objective is clear. We'll retrieve those books for you ASAP. Great, thank you. Please return to me once you collected all 3 books. I count on you, Lloyd. So we're right nearby the cop station, so we'll start there, I guess. And you're getting the pitchfork to defend the books, are you, Avian? You will be returned. You will not be lost. Right, so someone called Raymond. Let me talk to you first. Oh, that's the vending machine. Didn't want to do that. How's it going, Detective Raymond? Oh, if it isn't the Special Support Squad. You guys got some business to attend to HQ to attend to? Hell, I admit you got guts playing dumb like this. As if we'd be fooled by your little act. But we see right through you, Raymond. The real culprit here is you!
What?
Randy, cool with the pranks, okay?
It was not even clever.
Oh, come on. I'm a police officer, aren't I? I had to pull out and learn at least once in my life, you know. That reminds me, I don't know if anyone's ever seen it, but in the Persona 4 anime dub, at one point, Adachi arrests someone and goes, "Save it for the station, pal." Man, I've always wanted to say that. It's like such a dorky thing for a cop to do, and it just makes me instantly think of that. What's he going on about? Sorry about that, Detective Raymond. We're here because of a request from the library. You wouldn't happen to have an overdue library book, would you? Ah, crap. Now that you mention it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have one. Yeah, yeah. So, Detective Raymond, did you perhaps misplace this book of yours? No, I don't think so. Why the uncertainty, then? I'll go look for it. Phew, I managed to find it. Here you go. Women Who Changed the World. Thank goodness. Really left us in suspense there, Raymond. Now I have to ask, what inspired you to check out this particular book? To my knowledge, it's a pretty extensive account of historic female figures and the incredible feats they've accomplished. Yeah, well, when I saw the title, I thought I was checking out a photo album with a bunch of hot chicks across the continent. Wow. And here's me thinking it took an interest in showing equality and understanding how our chief of the Guardian Force got to... But no. Oh, no. He just wanted to watch women in uniform. Well, I'm going to get the popcorn. I'm going to enjoy this. Let's see what happens next. After I kept the film and realized it was definitely not that, I kind of just left it in my drawer and forgot about it. I do not think the library is the right place to search for that kind of book. Well, we got the book back. That's all else ends well. We appreciate your cooperation, Detective Raymond. Anytime, guys. He got lucky then. I expected him to get absolutely flamed by Ellie and Tio for that. So can we actually take a look at this book? Yes, we can. Preface. Study of these great women. Erebonian Empire. Leanne Sandlad, the Valkyrie who led the Eisenritter in battle. Calvard Republic. Sheena Durk. Activism behind the Democratic Revolution. Liberal Kingdom. Alicia II. From 100 Days War to Non-Aggression Pact. And that name should be familiar because that is basically the Queen of Liberal. Preface. Figure. A term that applies to the shape of something. When describing a woman, it may often be used to refer to a physical appearance. In this book, a different meaning is intended. A person who is influential or distinctive in some way. The influence of these great women who have proudly followed their convictions continues to inspire and captivate others to this day. We shall retrace the history of these figures, who have shaped this continent and paved the way for many other capable women to do the same. And unfortunately, that's where it stops. It doesn't say there's nothing more there, so... If anyone wants to know more about exactly what's intended by these characters and the stories behind them, I'm afraid I can't read them to you. No, oh yeah, I did want the book actually, but I wanted my own book. So I've obviously found Detective Raymond. He feared he'd lost but was able to find it in the end. So we need to get Belheim Apartments on West Street and Clarice lives in Acacia Apartments on East Street. Okay, let's go this way first then. The Entertainment Division. Hey there! Wanna play? Thanks for coming to Barker Casino! And there's like jazzy version of the theme. So we're in a residential district. Oh, that's the home of Representative Campbell. We don't need to go in that. I always made that mistake. That's Mains Mountain. That's to go into the Mains Mines. We don't want to go there yet.
family farmer's in a lot of trouble because some of his important papers were ruined. I wouldn't know anything about that.
Of course you wouldn't, Sunita.
Bandit's busy little Burkaby, even when he's at home. He enjoys taking time out to read to our daughter at least, but I still wish he'd rest a bit more. Band must really love his job to bits. He's a bit of a strange one, that husband of mine.
Yes, the old workaholic. Out of curiosity, what's he got to say? Okay, I need those documents for the bonds. Oh, right, they got torn up last week. But who in their right mind would even do that? Meanwhile, the girl with the pink hair is whistling.
Daddy, I didn't do it, honest. Daddy, will you forgive me?
You know what I mean? Ah, right, there's nowhere further this way. And that's the way to the mountains, so we can't go there. What about this way? The Hayworth residence. Is that one of the name of the people we're looking up for? No, Miss Clarice and Miss Faye, so I don't think it's any of these.
These slips. I usually stop fruit sale slips when my husband is out negotiating. And that is like a spectacular in this field, to be honest. However, I'll continue to work hard at it if it allows me to help Harold.
She's gonna have some role at some point. She had an inset picture. That's unusual.
Papa gave me a goodbye kiss for you after work today. I'm glad I got up earlier today.
That's like a random house. I don't think it's gonna be here either.
I think there should be enough seasoning. Not to brag, but I've gotten pretty dang good at all this housework stuff. When I was little, Granny taught me everything I know. Thanks to her, my cooking can knock you right off your feet. Don't you think I'll be an awesome wife in the future?
Maybe in the 1950s, love, but you know, the world has changed.
I'm knitting Henri a pair of pajamas. Of course, if I spent some mirror, I would be able to find some fine clothes for him. But Henri is still young. I sure prefer warmer hand-knitted clothes over the fancy stuff.
Meanwhile, is that Miles Edgeworth? Seriously, that's Miles Edgeworth. Wait for him to turn around to his profile again. That is Edgeworth. That is 100% Edgeworth. What's he doing here? I make acquaintances with the wife of some famous company's president at a recent party. Haha! I'm still feeling the high from getting to talk to a bona fide celebrity. And well, I said she was the wife of some big shot, which is actually an accomplished economic theorist in her own right. She kept using big words, so I kept nodding and smiling while pretending like I had any idea what she was talking about. Ah, Ferric. You were faking it till you make it. Respect. More of that, people. If you don't know what they're saying, just go along with it. Fake it till you make it. Ah, West Street. Okay. That's the law office. That's the general store. Let's go and talk in here then. Ah, the Villa Raisers apartments. Okay.
My husband was a member of the Diet until about 5 years ago. He never had any principles or opinions of his own. He just sat on the fence, let the others talk it out, then go with the winning side. At least he has his pension. That's something, I suppose.
Sounds like most politicians say one thing, do the other. What a beautiful sunny morning. If only the diet session in a few months would turn out half as decently as today's weather. What's back here? Oh, I've already looked in here. Wait, you don't live in Villa Raisins? Get out of here! I did get out of there with all the loot. Oh, I was struggling so much of a design that I ended up pulling an all-nighter. I'm confident it paid off. The client should be pleased at tomorrow's meeting.
That husband man pulled yet another all-nighter. He always does this when he has to design a new building. I don't know what I'm going to do with that man. I suppose I'll just pour him a nice warm cup of tea. Hey, have you guys heard the news? Tickets for Arkansas's newest performance will go on sale soon. Oh, how long I've waited to gaze upon Ilya's majestic figure. I absolutely must get tickets.
Do what you gotta do. It appears to be locked. I'm sure one of them was in here, but they're not about. Why are they not appearing? Bellheim Apartments in Acacia. Unless these aren't Bellheim Apartments. No, they're not the Villa Race. So where are Bellheim? That's the way back to the office, so it's not there. Ah, here's the Bellheim Apartments. I was in the wrong building. Some detective eye make, eh, people? Doesn't seem like Faye is in right now. Maybe I'll try asking Pansy. Hey there, Pansy. Is your dad busy working today?
Oh, you're Wendy's friend, aren't you? Did you need something?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to ask your dad a quick question if he was around, but it doesn't look like he is.
Oh, Dad? He's off on a business trip. He won't be back for another 2 months.
Oh, wow. 2 months away. Directionally challenged. I like that phrase. It's so accurate. And to think that I'm currently learning to drive people. I'll be back behind the wheel on Monday evening. Stay out of my town is my advice. Stay far away. Yeah, sounds like we're looked in. Yeah, I don't know about going through stuff without permission.
Are you guys looking for something? Yes, we're here to retrieve a book your father borrowed from the library. Do you recall him making any mention of it? Yeah. Is it the one I'm reading right now?
Mind if I take a look at it? I can check to see if it is.
Sure.
Patsy retrieved the book from the shelf and held it out for Lloyd to see. Nice guy, Stan from the library. That's probably the one.
Oh, phooey. Seriously, Dad, I can't believe you'd leave on a business trip without returning your library book. Sorry about that. Do you mind taking the book in for me?
Are you sure? Did you say you were in the middle of reading it?
I believe you can apply for extension at the library's front desk. No, it's okay. I was just kind of looking through it. It's actually really boring. I mean, did you even read the title?
Let's see. Train Fanatic Racks. Oh, God. It's a train spotter's book. Yep, that definitely sounds like some nice niche literature to me.
I bet Dad borrowed it to try and get me interested in becoming a railway engineer. I'm not going to fall for his tricks that easily. No siree. So yeah, feel free to return it for me.
Sure thing. Thanks for helping us out. Okay, people. Let's find out exactly what's in the Train Fanatic book. This could be... Well, let's see. By train fans, for train fans. Oh boy. Train lovers far and wide, I express to you my utmost gratitude for picking up this book. The long tracks that cross the continent were laid out 20 years ago as a convenient transportation system for large countries such as... such as the Erebonian Empire and the Karvad Republic. Now the railway has become an immensely important technology that people cannot do without, as the rails slowly proliferate. As the rails slowly proliferate, so will the fans. We are they, the train fanatics. You do you, people, but I'm not one of you. Train fanatic refers, respectfully, to people who either love the look of a vehicle whose years of use have gently eroded the polish of its exterior. In other words, Northern Rail for you, here in the UK. Blue shells, yes. If they exist in real life, my instructor will be very unhappy with you, Avian. To people who simply enjoy the act of riding in the comfort of a cabin, or to people who find satisfaction in the carefully calculated and planned out service schedules, characteristic of the public locomotive companies. This book will detail the best ways that fanaticism can be indulged in order to honour all our forefathers who painstakingly developed it over the many months and years. It is aimed at being at any and all beginner, train-loving enthusiasts and designed to cultivate and motivate the newly awakened fanatics in exploring the fine beasts of steel and thunder in a way that is suited for each individual. I beg of you, dear reader, to not lose sight of your adoration and admiration. Please enjoy this book at your leisure. May the radiance of the railway be with you. And may you kindly leave me alone. You're almost as bad as me when it comes to talking about Final Fantasy VII. Yes, if that ever happens, people, quietly disappear. You won't have your soul back if I start talking to you about that game. Right, so now we need to get to East Street. That's Crossbell Station. And then we need to... that's going to... so ironically, we need to go out the right way. So basically, we'll just follow the east route. Yeah, here's East Street. And they're in which apartments? Acacia. Now that's interesting because Acacia is a famous street in the UK, in London. Made famous by the... well, I say made famous, but made aware more for me than anybody else is the band Iron Maiden back in the 1980s. On their third album had a song called 22 Acacia Avenue. And it was essentially a song about the building that the Lady Charlotte the Harlot lived at. Oh, this is the Tavern and Inn. That's not it. Oh. And Eastern Jesus is enshrined here. Here. I knew East Street was, well, Eastern, but I wasn't expecting to run in one of these statues here. Jesus, I think they're called. This is my first time encountering such a statue. It has quite a large face, does it not? What is the purpose of this pedestal in front of it? I'd imagine it's used for food offerings. If we manage to cook them in dishes that come out especially tasty, I suppose we could offer them up here. Yeah, it's a good idea. We do cook for ourselves a lot anyway. Alright then, we've managed to whip up anything especially good. Let's give this whole offering thing a try. Oh, okay. By making an offering, we might be able to get something. No, that's the Fisherman's Guild. That's the Bracer Guild. Ah, there they are, Acacia Apartments. Let's talk to you. Miss Al hasn't come back from downtown district yet. And when I contacted the hospital, they said he'd already been discharged. I knew it! The only way to get him to come home is for me to drag him back myself. You go, girl. I can't help you with that. Excuse me, would you be Clarice? Oh, yes. How may I help you? We're here because of a support request we received from the city's library. Are you borrowing any books from the library that you've yet to return? Oh, I am. I completely forgot about it. Oh dear, I'm afraid this book is long overdue by now, isn't it? It appears she had a mere lapse in memory. I suppose I am becoming more forgetful with age. Oh, I'm sure Noah would have let me hear the end of this if she found out. Anyway, please wait here for a moment while I get it for you.
This should be the one.
Mark and the Witch Part 1.
Oh, this book.
What's up, Mademoiselle? You read this before?
Yes, actually. It's one of the most popular fairy tales at the library. Whenever my neighbor Serena goes to work, she always asks if I can watch after her little brother, Ugard. So I thought that it might be fun idea to read the books together, which led me to this one. I'm glad he was so taken in by it.
Oh, really? Yeah, I kind of want to read it now, too. Well, then, thank you very much for your cooperation, ma'am.
Oh, not at all. The pleasure was all mine. Believe me, I'll make sure to return my books on time from now on.
Okay, so let's take a quick look at this book. I will get flayed alive by the chat if I don't read the book that I've just found. Oh, it's a 6-pager, so I'm doing this in my normal voice. Well, I will now. Mark and the Witch of the Deep Forest by Sean Arnhem. Once upon a time in a certain farming village, there lived a boy named Mark. Mark's father was an adventurer, and whenever he came home, he would tell grand stories of the places he visited. Mark respected his father and retold the other children in the village his father's stories as well. For the children living in such a remote village, adventure stories were extremely rare and very exciting. Everyone took a liking to Mark's stories. On one such occasion, Mark began such a tale. Today I want to tell you about the witch that my father met. To the north of Mark's village lies a great forest, where a witch is said to dwell. His father told him that he had met this witch deep in the forest. The listening children imagined what the witch looked like and what magic she would use. Then they began asking Mark questions. Mark faithfully answered each in turn. But one boy suddenly declared, all your stories are lies, they've got to be. This boy, Ron, was known to be a bit of a bully. He would always look for faults in the stories Mark told, and Mark always got mad when the credibility of his father's adventures was disputed. There's no way my dad would lie about this. Oh yeah? Then show us the witch. Bring her here. Ron grinned. Mark angrily grabbed hold of Ron. The two began to scuffle, drawing the attention of some nearby adults, who broke up the fight. Though the scrap had been settled, Mark's anger had not. That night, Mark mulled over his words and the reaction from that day, and he made up his mind. He would not stay quiet. He would show Ron. He would show that his beloved father was not a liar. He fetched the torn cloak his father had left behind, put a loaf of bread in a backpack, and rushed out of the house. I'll find the witch and bring her back. That'll show Ron who's a liar around here. Relying only on the adventurous spirit he inherited from his father, Mark ran toward the forest in the dead of night. The shadowy forest was eerie. Whoa. Every tree rustled as the wind blew. Whoosh. Far in the distance, the sounds of howling monsters could be heard at times. Ow! Mark trembled as he continued. As his father's story went, the witch would have a small hut somewhere deep in the forest. But no matter how much Mark explored, he saw no signs of it. He started the journey bursting with energy, but his pace slowed as he became more tired. Eventually, he found himself lost. I wonder if the witch even really exists. Mark began losing faith as he became more tired and lost. Is something wrong? Startled, Mark turned to face the sudden voice. There had been nothing back there moments ago, but now there stood a black-robed girl. She appeared to be the same age as Mark, yet Mark did not know any kids from this village that looked like her. Who are you? Mark stammered. He thought it was very strange for a girl to be out here this late at night. I'm Anna. I'm a witch who lives in this forest. I mean, a name like Anna, it's a bit ordinary, but there's nothing wrong with that. So, it's time to return these books to their faithful place of belonging. Let's go back to the admin district and return them to the library. Oh, you're back. Were you able to collect all the books already? Sure did. Here you are. Return Train Fanatic Fires. Return Mark and the Witch Part 1. Return Women Who Changed the World. Oh, great. Looks like you managed to collect all 3 of them in one place. Thanks again. I'm glad I have a group of reliable folks like you to count on.
We're quite happy to hear that. I believe this completes your request.
It sure does, Tio. Thank you so much. I might just have to reach out to you guys again in the future. Anytime. We're always happy to help. And there we go. We've done one of the most important quests of all, haven't we, Avian? We've returned the books. We've made sure the books have gone back to their rightful place. So with that, we do have one more quest to do, I believe. Yep. Hunting for ingredients. So we need to go to the bakery on West Street. So back to the centre of town we go. Walking all over the grass and churning up all the dirt because I'm disrespectful, apparently. I'm not a police constable. The bakery is this it? General Store Tallies? No, it's not. Ah, here where it is, Morgs. Oh, hey Lloyd, back again already. Yeah, you in the mood to chat on some bread? Not quite. Instead of chowing down, don't you think we have something else to attend to? You sent a request to the special support section, right? Huh? Did I?
Please notify any other Oscars of the premises of our arrival.
Come on, Oscar, we're on the job here. Oh, yeah, now I remember. I wanted to see if you guys could help me gather some ingredients for a new kind of bread. Our usual supplies have been running late, so we're kind of low on stock. Ah, gotcha.
Well, you certainly can't bake without any ingredients.
Oh, you can say that again. So you guys mind lending me a hand? If that's all there is to it, you can leave it as Oscar. So what kind of ingredients are you looking for? Well, I got plenty of butter and flour. I want you to give her 4 pieces of fish fillet and 3 monster eggs if you're up to the challenge. That's it. We can snatch those on the outskirts of the city, no sweat. Yeah, that's convenient. We'll try gathering them to continue our support requests. So what exactly do we need to get before I walk out of here and waste my time? So we need 4 fish fillet and 3 monster egg. Right, okay. Don't do that. And we don't have either. Okay, so we have no... Oh no, there's a fishing tab. That means we can go fishing, people. Oh boy. Let's go to the general store. Oh, they got the Crossbell Tines issue too. We'll pick that up. Right, he doesn't have either of them. Yeah, we're just gonna go back behind your store because we can.
Chop a little bit of this, stir a little bit of that. Rather than throwing all our unsold produce, we end up using it for our own dishes. Wouldn't want to waste food now, would we?
It's a good mentality to have, not wasting food. Can't investigate the bookcase, I'm afraid, Avian. They're not letting us check their books out. I mean, they're not a library, so they wouldn't do that anyway, but we can't even observe them. Right, this might be one for East Street with the market stalls. So let's go there. That's taking us down to Central Square, but that's not a bad thing. It means we can go this way. Right, there was a stall that had what looked like fish. Here we go. Is it you? Nope. I'll see what you do. Right, I'm not seeing 8 monster eggs anywhere. You've not got what I'm looking for. Surely I can't buy them from the Fisherman's Guild. I would normally voice out that stuff, but it's not that important from what I can see, so I don't want to waste too much time with it. Surely not from here. Yeah, the illustrators have those, which are great, don't get me wrong, but A, they're expensive, and B, they're not what I'm looking for. Creepy cat. Oh god. You're not wrong, actually. Yeah, I could totally see Estelle doing a jump scare with the fishing pole. That's totally Estelle's strategy, isn't it? It is what looks like a fishing spot there, but I don't think it's going to let me use it. Yeah, I can't use it. Yep, unauthorized entry is prohibited. Makes sense. Yep, so that's the turbo mode. Just to make navigation that bit quicker. That's locked, that's Crossbell news. It suggests that I need to go to a specific store to buy them, but I'm not seeing it anywhere. And there's no information in the book either, I don't think. It'd be nice if I had an idea where they were. I don't want to spend the rest of my stream running around after these. Just trying to see if there's anywhere else that sells food stuff like food ingredients, but I'm not seeing anywhere. Unless back in Central Square. That's the way to the mountain, so it's not going to be there. There's nothing down there, I remember that now. Yeah, Morgs is where we were. That's the way out of the city. I'm not going to go that way. Yeah. As I thought, that's not where we need to go. That's the apartments. That's not going to be any help. I doubt this place can help, but let's have a quick check. Yeah, they sell some food stuff that you can use for cooking, but that's all. That's the shot. Everyone seems to think of being able to cook for others the way to get tail, and it's not on, in my opinion. Right, well, I doubt there's going to be anything here. We might as well take a look. Right, here we go. What have you got? Same as everywhere else. Nothing new. I mean, it's not one. I don't think it's one of those where you can just use any type of fish either. I think it has to be a specific kind. Yeah, they just sell those kind of things. But there is something called the Elegant Vase, though. What's that about? Oh, it's a decoration for Ellie's room. So if you want to, I'm guessing in this game you must be able to give items to people to change, I don't know, affinities maybe, or I wonder if they put romance in this game, like in the Persona games. Giving certain gifts will make the characters like you more. I really hope not, because I don't like that. I don't like that in the games. It gets messy. Persona 3 FES stream called. If you were there, you know exactly why it got messy. Let me explain. And no, there was no explaining. But I feel like I've gone absolutely everywhere. And I'm not seeing anywhere that sells them. So it's low for me to do this, but I don't want to waste my time. It is a side quest, so I'm actually looking this up. I've got better things to do. Pardon me for a moment, people. Talk amongst yourselves. Well, I've been round the town. Nowhere has these items, so I want to know what the hell I'm missing. It'll probably be something really, really simple now. Apologies to this, people. Things coming in last minute at work. No, yeah, as you say, it's Friday. Stop it. Right, I get the feeling I might need to move on. I might need to go out of town. The dialogue from Randy suggested you just find them as you're doing your other quests. However, from the brief things I've just seen online, it seems you have to actually move on to the next part of the game, and it's in certain areas, certain encounters. So with that in mind, let's keep going. Oh, we just missed the bus. Ah, shoot! We just barely missed it. Jam, that ain't our luck. You got any idea when the next one's coming? I think it shouldn't be too long of a wait.
時刻表によると
According to the schedule
次
here,
の便は2時間後みたいですね。
the next bus would depart in approximately 2 hours.
そんなに
2 hours?
1日に数本しか走ってないってことかよ。
Seems like you're off the mark there, Lloyd.
困ったな。今日中に病院くらいまでは回っておきたいんだけど。
Well, that's just great. I was hoping we could make it to the hospital later today too, but so much for that.
かといって他の場所を先に回るってのもな。
I guess we could start our investigation somewhere else for today, but honestly, I'd rather
そ
not.
うね。捜査方針を立てたばかりだし。
Neither would I. We've only just decided how to proceed too.
だったら歩いていけばいいのでは？
Given the circumstances, could we not simply walk to Amorica Village? Huh?
キヨちゃん？
Tio?
おいおい、マジかよ。
Whoa there, you can't be serious.
地図で確認する限り、ここからアルモリカ村まで歩いて1時間半くらいの距離かと。
Judging by the distance shown on the map, I would estimate that it takes approximately 1.5 hours to walk there.
次のバスで行った場合、待ち時間も考えたら2時
Conversely,
間半はかかるはずです。
sitting and waiting for the next bus will see us there in 2.5 hours.
歩いた方が効率的ではないでしょうか。
As such, would it not be more efficient for us to walk to
なる
Amorica?
ほど。計算ではそうなるわね。
When you spell it out like that, it certainly does make
確
sense.
かアルモリカ村の前には田園風景が広がる石畳の道が通っているはずだし、
I've actually heard stories of how beautiful the countryside along the road can be.
ハイキングがてら行ってみるのも気分がいいかもしれないわね。
Perhaps it'd be more enjoyable if you think of it as a fun little hiking trip, right?
おいおい、お嬢さんたちあんなこと言ってるぞ。
Jude, these gals seriously trying to convince themselves this will be a fun little
どう
stroll.
考えても街道を歩いたことがないって雰囲気だよな。
It's painfully obvious they never tread the highway on foot.
どうしたの二人とも。
What are you two whispering about?
いやー、
Oh, nothing, really.
街道には魔獣もいるけど、二人とも
You
大
know,
丈夫か？
monsters tend to roam around the highways. Are you two okay with that?
それを言われると。
I hadn't thought of
で
that.
も今までにもジオフロントに何度か潜っているわけだし。
We ventured into the geofront though, so I think we'll be fine if we run into a few monsters here and
そ
there.
れに私はオーバルスタッフのテストをする必要もあります。
Additionally, I still need to accumulate more combat data from my orbital
多
staff.
少の実践でしたらむしろ望むところです。
I would actually prefer some additional combat experience.
わかった。そこまで言うなら歩こうか。
Alright, you convinced me. Let's walk then.
そうしましょう。
Right, we should get going.
ちょっとだけ楽しみね。
I'm actually looking forward to this a little
こん
now.
なことならお弁当でも作ってくればよかったかしら。
I didn't know this would happen. I would have prepared us lunch. We could have had a cute countryside picnic on the way.
確かに。
That is true.
お昼前には村に到着できるはずですから。
We should arrive at the village by noon, however. Perhaps we can have lunch there once we arrive.
二人がへばったら俺たちでフォローしよう。
Hey, Randy. It's said to us to protect them if they get worn out on the way there.
へいへい、了解。
Don't worry, I got this, man. Now we got a little bit of adventure music. I am going to play this for a short while longer. But if this is going to be an area that we can like basically get involved in some battles, it's going to be a good point for us to have a stopping point for the night, actually. Because we're actually not too far away from the usual scheduled time. It's quite a nice break having done, finally, the prologue. Finally got out of it. So that's one of the longest prologues I've ever seen in a game. Ah, there's a monster.
先生可能始めましょう。
任せてくれ。
I'm not wasting my crafts on them.
任せて。そこ。さてと。ドライブ開始。
任せろ。
それ。
Well, the enemies definitely have a lot more resistance to them, which is possibly quite annoying, but what can we really do? I mean, I do have his S-Craft available if I want to use it at any point. Might try an Ice Ledge on that one. Speed down. Annoying, but we can deal with it. Ah, so water's their weakness. That's useful to know. $1.25, not bad. Experience is not bad actually, it's quite useful experience. We also got some honey syrup. Oh, there's a chest here. Just in case it's booby trapped. Just in case. Ah, nice. Hopefully the work has slackened off for you. Obtain a Terra Balm. Ah, goodness, it hurts. The grass is clipping right through me. That's hilarious. They actually own the fact the grass is going through and actually made it into a joke with the chest. I like the fact that rather than go and fix the texture, they made it a joke, deprecating their own work. That's the kind of self-deprecating humour that we British people love. Huge respect. There's something on the ground. Picked up an antidote. Nice. Ooh, red chest. I don't trust it. I'm saving my game. Obtain a leather jacket. Nice. Welcome to the Crossbell Watchtower. We don't know what it's for either. Right, so who can have the leather jacket? That's a big boost in defense, actually. That's a huge boost in defense. Because she's on the back row, it should even be Lloyd, I think. It also shows that we need more money to upgrade our gear. But we can't climb the tower. That's disappointing. I thought we'd be able to climb it. Right, I get the feeling that these are going to be ones who want to attack from a distance. Oh wow, we almost finished it off. Good for experience, this. And we also got a crying onion. Yes, who's cutting the onions around here, people? Because apparently they started to cry. I mean, at the end of the last chapter, I tried to do some grinding. I was getting so little experience. I think the game's one of those where once you hit a certain level, experience doesn't just dry up, it stops. You just don't get ooh, a monster in an egg. Could that be how we get monster eggs? That's right, Snake, turn around. We have a couple of them. Let's all out attack it while we can. We got quite hard. We got quite hard defenses by the seams of it there. But that certainly got through. Damn it, out of range. Always annoying.
エニグマ駆動
行くぜ。
行きます。へい。敵集団撃破しました。
Nice, we all leveled up. Ellie has now learned Holy Bullet. Nice. And we got antidotes. I mean, we did fight snakes, so it does come in handy to get them as a reward. So that's pretty useful. So we've got a little bit more time before we finish. So we'll do a couple of more explorations here.
畳みかけるぞ。
チャンスだ。よし畳みかけるぞ。
OK です。分かったわ。
And now it's time to overkill it.
そこ。なんとかなったわね。 みんなチャンスよ。
任せてくれ。えい、ディア。
私の番ね。
Time to go east end.
さてと、へい。データ収集終了しました。
Yeah, so we got like 41 experience points then. It's not a lot, but it's better than we were getting. So it is usable. Oh, we've got mechanical birds. Yeah, about that. Let's see just what these do, if we can get close enough. Oh. Run away! Let's run away! So we have 2 birds. The question is, can we kill them with 1 stone? They seem to be not too resistant to physical. Oh, nice!
さあ、先を急ぎましょう。
1.5 experience, so we got 99. That's pretty good. And we got a fresh egg. Oh, hello. Is that one of the items I'm looking for? Ah, monster egg. Yeah. No. Yeah, Tio asking for everyone's help then. There's something about being physical in games that's kind of fun. Oh. I need to stop holding down my mouse button. I keep skipping what rewards I'm getting. And it's annoying when you don't keep track of it. Let's get at it again.
私の番です。そこです。今だわ。みんな行くわよ。はい。了解。
Let's keep on attacking, people.
そこです。
Should just have enough to finish these off with any luck. There goes one. No, not that. No, not that.
行きます。
Might be out of range. No, it's not. Cool.
そこです。敵集団撃破しました。
Yay! We've got a level up for Lloyd and for Ellie, but not for the TO or Randy. So we're getting close, and we're into the final moments of tonight's stream. We'll want to say again that on Wednesday next week, 8 PM BST, I am going to be back here streaming again. Oh, a silver brooch. Nice. I thought you were supposed to serve the people, but here you are helping yourself. I do serve the people, but because I serve the people, I have to make sure that my team are well equipped. That just says it prevents poison. That's useful. But yes, an 8 PM BST on Wednesday, twitch.tv/Swishbone. I will be back again. And as per my earlier in the stream when I showed the trailer off, we're going to be playing a game that we haven't played on this channel before called Chaos Head Noah. And as you're quite correct, Avian, obviously it is weather dependent, but from what we've seen so far, touching wood, it should be more bearable next week. No, don't run. So 2 more levels up. And again, not a bad way to grind this, to be honest. So we've got an earthworm and an antidote. On the previous games, earthworms were excellent ways to go fishing. So that might be something we do in the future. But as of now, that's where we're going to wrap up for tonight, because we are pretty much bang on the 3-hour mark. So this has been a much more enjoyable stream. I really liked the finale to the prologue we had. We had some good little banter there and some nice development. I also kind of like how we've done more for the town. And the little cameo from the previous game, what were those sprites? They were totally not what I expected. But in the interim, tomorrow evening, right here, twitch.tv/ChrisJT1985, he's going to be carrying on his playthrough of Star Wars Outlaws. Basically, Uncharted in space. Or Uncharted Space. Either way, it's been pretty awesome to watch, so do be here to chat out tomorrow night. That's 8 PM BST. You can also go over to youtube.com/@Queen3210. So that's youtube.com/@Queen3210, where you got the ongoing playthroughs of Blueprints. You have the completed playthrough of Persona 3 Reload, the series that I'm collaborating with her on, which is the playthrough of Final Fantasy IV. That's been a really, really good experience for us. Lots been going on with that. Do keep an eye on that channel. As well as I mentioned it earlier, the playthrough of Phoenix Wright. Do go check that out if you want to see something a bit different. So I'm going to be back here on Wednesday evening at 8 PM BST. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you at that time. However, one final thing before I go, I do want to say that over on youtube.com/@BoyManBeard. Yes, that's BoyManBeard, all one word. There is a series called Games That Made Us, and I am in one of the episodes talking about PlayStation 1 classic Time Crisis. So if you want to see something from half an hour, there's a bit more podcasting kind of gaming content, go and check that out as well. There should be a collaboration link on my YouTube channel, so do check that out. All my archives are going to be up on youtube.com/@SSWishbone. But enough plugging from me. Thank you all very, very much for watching. And why did they remove the drip from your Joshua? That is such a crime!